All the way Virginia, bitch.
I'm white, you know? I'm white.
Who the fuck okayed that?
Oh, fart nigger.
Nobody's saying you can't own a gun. Nobody's even saying you can't carry a gun. All we're saying is you can't carry a gun in town.
Rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme. We're too wild. We're too out of control. We're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Good evening and welcome. You like the title of tonight's show? I thought it was cute. It's a tribute. I thought it was adorable, and I'm not going to have many opportunities to name an episode that, so I thought, why not? Welcome to the show. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show, and oh my goodness, after last night, it's Goal Free Wednesday for the evening show. Now, check this out. By the way, I'm sorry if I was late. I wasn't late, but if I would have been late, it was because I was having an emotional soothing session with Boozmock. I don't know if having Boozmock as a fan of your show is akin to having a fourth child, or if it's akin to having a crazy Latino girlfriend. But it's one of those two things. I will continue to do further research on the matter, and I will get back to you with my findings. So we've got a great show tonight. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Video came out of Nick Fuentes fucking pepper spraying and yeeting some Jewish lady off his porch, which, best part is, charges against Nick Fuentes dropped. He just... And hey. I'm not even going to tell you because we're going to do the story later, but I'm going to let you guess in the chat. What is that Jewish woman doing now? Now that the video has come out of Nick Fuentes just fucking shoving her off his porch after she came to harass him, and the criminal charges against him are dropped. What did she say her next course of action was? You're going to love this. This is one of those things where you shouldn't think too hard. Don't be like Johnny, where I ask you something and you go, It's like, no, it's a talk show. Just spit the fucking answer out. Don't think too hard. You know this one. What is this woman doing? Oh, by the way, guys, you want to have some fun? Look, I'm only having one. You guys have been unbelievable. We've got a big show ahead of us tonight. How often do I get to do no goals? I basically get to do, most evening shows get to be no goals, and I consider no goal, we don't have to do a rally segment. So most evening shows lately have been no goals, and Thursdays are no goals. Like those are my no goal days. So we're going to sit back. We're going to have ourselves a Kona Big Wave. I promise next time I drink beer on the show, it will be Minnesota Gold. And we're gonna have ourselves some fun. Erika Kirk came back today. She went on the Charlie Kirk show, and she was mad, and she was, she's got to get out of the public eye because there is a term for people like Erika Kirk, and it's unlikable. She's just, most people, when their husbands are brutally murdered in front of the entire country, you're automatically beloved. You're automatically liked. This woman managed to turn most of the country against her because she just exudes an unlikability. I'm sure she's a good mom. She should have just went home, been a mom, sat on the money, whatever, because every time she comes out, I imagine there's a conversation between her and a publicist where she goes, I'm going to go on video on a podcast, and I'm going to tell everybody that they're being mean and they should knock it off. And the publicist goes, we've done research on this. They're all going to hate you and think you're a bitch. Please don't do this. And she goes, no, I'm going to do it because Charlie would want me to. Charlie would have wanted you to. He would have had you as a full-time co-host on his program. He wanted you to stay home and take care of the children. No, I'm going to dress like a fucking cat burglar, and I'm going to tell everyone they're dicks with a perma scowl on my face. And they're like, all right, we can't stop her. Go ahead. And I'm going to tell them they're being mean to Jews. Oh, my God, don't. Please don't. Never mind. Never mind. So she's out there again. Nick Fuentes is being awesome. And then we got this, I don't know who Joel Webbin is, but apparently he's a guy. He was shitting on Paula White, and anyone who shits on Paula White can pull up a seat next to me. So we have a fun show tonight. I'm also willing to take the show wherever you want to go with it. We got memberships come. Here's my thing. We're 48 memberships away from 700 on Rumble, and we're up around 300 on YouTube. So we're looking to get to 1,000 memberships tonight. That would be awesome. Currently on the YouTube end, we've got a situation where there's a guy, Mikey Goofs. Mikey Goofs is dying for a membership. So if you feel like gifting a membership on YouTube tonight, let's do it until Mikey Goofs gets one. And then if Mikey Goofs wants to try and get one on Rumble, sometimes that's a little easier. He can head over there, try to get himself a Rumble membership. Adam Simon gifted one. That one went to Fiendling. Shoot. And then we've got No Pen 15 Fathead gifting a membership, and that one went to Driveway Junkie. Come on. Get Mikey Goofs. Get Mikey Goofs a membership. What is going on here? Thank you guys very much for gifting those. People in the chat are saying Joe Webbin is great. I'm not familiar with Joel Webbin, but apparently people like him. Let's see what the Rumble chat is up to tonight. And again, gift those memberships. Let's see how close to 700 we can get, because I think, and I could be wrong, but I think tomorrow's another free day. I don't think we have any expirations. So if we can get like 20 or 30 away, I think if we get 30 away, I think we can knock it out tomorrow when Oz is here. Also, something for you guys to be proud of. Check this out. So I'm not counting Monday morning as a win because it was like Sanford's son going apeshit on memberships. I don't think it counts. We were heading for a record loss. We went 0 for 3 on the Monday through Wednesday morning shows. And I went back and I looked, and I can have a great sense of humor about it because we've been notching these perfect weeks because the evening shows and Thursday mornings have been insane. we have more L's than W's in the month of April, Monday through Wednesday. Check this out. We have a losing record on Monday through Wednesday morning shows in the month of April, yet still all perfect weeks. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate that. Unbelievable. And, you know, especially when it's such a crazy fucking time right now because these gas prices are insane. I can't imagine how tough it is for people and how much, like people who commute to work every day. I sit and I lumber my fat ass down into the basement to do my job. But for people who have to commute and drive every day and fill up their gas tank 2-3 times a week, I don't know how the hell you're doing it. My hat's off to you. Salute. Thank you so much. Just, I mean, honestly, if these gas prices got you in a bind, never bend over backwards to give this show a dime. We always say, if you can, you can. Just hit the thumbs up button. And honestly, if your thumb is too tired or your fingers are too tired from pumping that $4.10 a gallon gas, you can even forego that. But consider the like button. Von Kaiser gifting a membership over on Rumble. Thank you very much. That's 47 away from 700. Should I set a number? Let's set a number. I got to do math. I'm sorry, guys. Doing math is not my strong suit. If we get 10 away from 700 tonight, I will gift the rest. If we get 10 away from 700, I will get the rest. St. Caesar says, you're welcome, Aaron. If I could donate, I would. I'm looking for a place to live. Well, go live with Boozmock. He'll open his doors for you. He's a good liberal. He'll make sure you're all taken care of. All right, guys. Renee Leering Center says $4.36 a gallon in Michigan. Oh, my God. Like, it was jarring today on my way back from the gym. I look at the gas station, and it's $4.09 a gallon. And I'm like, I don't think I've seen that since George W. Bush, like the end of his term. I don't think I've seen $4.09 in Minnesota. But here we are, $4.36 in Michigan. What's the average then? Average price of gas. As of late April, $4.23 a gallon. How are we not impeaching this guy? And I voted for him. Look, how are we not kicking his ass out? You know what's funny to me is you can impeach a guy on a bullshit Russia deal. You can impeach a guy on January 6th. But when the American working class is hurting and being belted over the head and gas prices are through the roof and hurting people, you can't kick out your leaders then because that, like the Joker says, that's all part of the plan. But it's like, this is way more damaging to people than January 6th or anything Russia related. It's such a criminal enterprise, man. And you know, the other thing is, it's so unforced. There's no reason for gas to be this high. There was no reason to close the Straits of Hormuz. There was no reason to attack Iran. None of this is necessary. Honestly, if we could just send in Delta Force and overthrow Netanyahu, we could be done with all of this overnight, but we won't. Like, we went and kidnapped, what's his name, Maduro in Venezuela. If we would have done that mission and kidnapped Netanyahu instead of Maduro, the United States of America's economy right now would be doing so much better. But alas, here we are, $4.23 a gallon. That is absolutely criminal. Tyrannid Slayer says, last time I remember gas being that high was after Katrina. I remember right before the banking collapse, I remember my friends and I went to Wisconsin Dells like we did. This was in 2008. We would go to Wisconsin Dells every year, 05, 06, 07, 08, after we graduated. So we could all hang out together or whatever. And I filled up in Wisconsin Dells for $4.05 or something. And then literally 2 months later, the economy fucking nosedived. And gas went to like $1.50. And as far as I can remember, that's the last time I ever filled up for over $4. People are also saying that YouTube seems to be having issues right now. That's too bad. That's not good. But I hope you guys can make it. Chev Matic with $1. He's also happy that my Twins were able to give his Mariners 2 out of 3 this week. He says $4.95 a gallon on the reservation outside of Seattle. Kill me. Honestly. Kill me at this point. $2 for Raz of Chaz says, since Stoney's has canceled White Power Wednesday last week, he is starting Wild Wild West Wednesday. Stop it. Stop it. There is no such thing as the Wild Wild West. It is the Wild West, or the Old West, more appropriately, but not the Wild Wild West. Also, and this is my last financial thing for today, the Federal Reserve refused to lower interest rates, which makes perfect sense, by the way. I mean, inflation is through the fucking roof. And it's all because of man-made reasons. If you right now cut the interest rate, you're going to get more money going into the system, into circulation. You're going to cause more runaway inflation. So no cutting the interest rate. Trump threw a fucking baby tantrum because he's an asshole who doesn't give a shit about any of us. He only gives a shit about himself. And he's like, Powell's a dick and he's only doing this to spite me. No, it's because you think that way. That's because that's what you would do. So we're not cutting the interest rates. We're leaving them where they are because we fucked up this economy so badly, completely by choice. Mikey Goof says, any chance for a steel toe sauna jamboree in Wisconsin Dells? That should be our next live event. Do you guys want a sauna update today? Not much in the way of sauna update. You're going to be mad. Sauna update is simply this. I went in, I had a headphone in. There were 2 other people in there, and they both had headphones in, and it wasn't a real chatty sauna. I will say one thing that happened that was very stereotypical. 2 black guys came in, no headphones. They were just playing shit for each other on their phones, blasting at full volume. I mean, it was, yeah. It was honestly, it was I just thought of Twitter video stereotypes coming to life. These 2 guys came in and he's like, oh man, look at this one. And I've got a headphone in the ear that's facing them. And he's like, oh man, look at this one. And I'm like, I bet you this guy is going to play this video. I thought it in my head. I went, I bet you this guy's going to play his video at full volume for the person sitting right next to him in the sauna without any consideration that there are any other people in here. And sure as shit, a split second later, just yelling and craziness. And you know that sound your phone makes when it's overmodulating, that obnoxious speaker sound? Yep, absolutely. They only did that 2 more times. Then they left. But I knew it was going to happen. There was last week in the sauna, there was a black guy who decided to take a phone call on speaker in the sauna. Can't make it up, folks. Can't make it up. Lord Baltimore with $1 over on Rumble. Thank you guys very much. He says it remains to be seen how much of an effect the UAE leaving OPEC will have. Immediately, it's had 0 because oil prices spiked hard today. West Texas crude up at 108. I think Brent crude hit 115. Oh, it's at 1. Okay, never mind. Brent crude hit 120. And that's the one a lot of U.S. gas prices are based on. So $120. That is a 5-year high. I want to see what the all-time high is. So we're at 120 today. Yeah, 120 is... Wow, you guys aren't going to like this. It's the highest recorded price since March 1st of 2012. This is the highest Brent crude price we've seen in 14 years. Holy shit. And again, all you have to do to accomplish that, all you have to do to not have this happen is just cut the bullshit with Iran. Just stop. Our ships leave. They open the straits. Everything's fine again. You just have to knock it off and whack Netanyahu. I mean, you do those two things. I bet you, I'm willing to bet. Who wants to take this bet or who's on my side? If Benjamin Netanyahu, whatever it was, if Benjamin Netanyahu died tonight, I bet you oil prices would go down at least $10 a barrel. Any takers? I think that, and if Benjamin Netanyahu died tonight, God should get a Nobel Peace Prize. 2012. We were still in the first term of the Obama administration. The last time Brent crude was at $120. Holy shit. Mountain Jew says, I hope his ass cancer comes back. Guys like him don't die. They're fucking cockroaches. All they ever do is survive. It's insanity. All right, guys, let's have some fun. Let's do some shit. You guys have no goal tonight. The shortfall from this morning, which ended up being $70. They can't. I mean, they just can't. I mean, you guys just fucking crushed it. I didn't give them a dime of your guys' money. That's their responsibility tomorrow. They can knock that out tomorrow. You guys have a good time. Let's have some fun. I just want to see them get Mikey Goof some membership, and then I want to see how low we can get that membership number away from 700 tonight on Rumble. So if you want to have a little fun on Rumble tonight, throw a membership our way. I think we're at 47 away from 700 now. Let's strap in and see if we can't get that number nice and low. All right, so this is my introduction to Joe Webbin. You guys are telling me that this guy's good. He's awesome. I think this is the first time I've ever watched any of his stuff. Apparently, he hates Paula White. I don't know what denomination this guy is. He should be Catholic, whatever. If he says, I don't have a denomination, I'm just Christian. Shut up. Oh, it's so gay. I'm tired of these people. Well, anyway, he's a Christian nationalist pastor, according to this site, Right Wing Watch. Now, I hope he doesn't identify himself as Christian nationalist, because I don't think as Christians, like, we should combine those two things. I think it cheapens Christ. I think it cheapens God. I think it cheapens our faith to tie it to your nationality, but whatever. He hates Paula White, and that's the prize that we should be keeping our eye on. Let's take a look at this Joel Webbin guy. You guys tell me he's good. What's he got to say about Paula?
You look at Paula White, the chief faith advisor to Donald Trump. You look at some of the clips of her like rolling on the ground or waving a coat and trying to slay people in the spirit and speaking in tongues. She's a witch. She's a witch. She's not just a Christian with some bad theology. She is a wolf. She's a false teacher. But even more than that, as a woman, I think that it is actually technically accurate to say, well, she's a false teacher in a general sense, but what particular kind of false prophet? She is a witch. She's a witch who casts spells.
Holy shit, I love this guy. And he's probably right. She probably is a witch or a demon or whatever she is. She's one of these people who she starts these mega churches. She tricks a bunch of black people into giving her a shitload of money. And then she gets them all riled up. Like, the spirit. And black people are like, oh shit, the spirit be here, yo. Oh shit, the spirit be here. And then they get their blood pressure like super high till they're about to pass out. And then the pastor puts her palm on their head and they go, they pass out. And they're like, oh my God, it must have been the spirit. It's like, no, you eat greasy, shitty food all day. And then this pastor gets you all worked up and you're easily led. And then she touches you and then you redline and you fall down. God is not present in any of what you're doing. You're being hustled. You're being scammed. And she's more than happy to do it. She's an absolute scam artist. And you know what? I like this Joel Webben guy. I think witch is appropriate. And the best thing is all of these younger Christians, I see it in Catholicism. A lot of these younger, newer converts to Catholicism, get ready, because these cats are going to be thorough. These cats are going to be like down with the theology, and they're going to know all of the rules and all of the traditions and everything, because I am telling you, one thing's for sure, especially about these new Catholics, they are autistic as all fuck. And which, by the way, is going to make them like the perfect priests, the perfect theologians, the perfect popes. They're just going to be like, no, we have fucking rules and we're going to follow them, because they don't want to stray from the traditions and the order and what you're supposed to do. That it drives them nuts. So they're going to follow it to a T. Like somebody said it the other day, 84% of Catholics under 30 say that dogmatically they are conservative, whereas 60 plus, I think like 60% of them say they're progressive in their beliefs. Not politically, this is their interpretation of the faith. As these youngsters come up, become priests and bishops and cardinals and eventually popes, if people don't straighten out, like, these autistic fuckers are going to be calling crusades. It's going to get weird with these dudes. And this Joel Webben is kind of like the older version of all this. It's not enough for him to say like Paula White's weird. She's like, for us, that's enough. Paula White's a weirdo, right? For Joel Webben, he needs it defined. He needs the term. So he keeps digging and he ends up at witch. I love that. And there's a lot of people like him that are coming up behind in Gen Z, and they're like, no, it's not enough. Because like millennials, Gen X, baby boomers, it'll be like, oh, that lady, yeah, she's a weirdo. Gen Z is like, no, that's not good enough. She's not just a weirdo. She's a charlatan. I'm like, okay, that's fine. She's a charlatan. No. It's more than a charlatan. She speaks in tongues. She's demonic. All right, she's demonic. No, wait, I'm not done. She's a witch. Oh, you mean you don't like her? She's mean. No, I mean it in the general sense. She's a witch. We're going to throw her in the water and see if she floats. So and by the way, not insulting them at all. I love these kids, and I think they're going to save religion. I really do. Because they are as hardcore as it gets. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. Thank you guys very much for being here tonight. Like we said, goal-free Wednesday evening. We're just playing a game called Let's See How High We Can Get Those Membership Numbers, baby. Go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow. Did the Vikings sign our wide receiver? Did we sign Johnson today? I haven't seen news that we have yet. Juwan Johnson is supposed to be our guy. He was here last night. He was here today, but it doesn't seem like we have anything official. Or Jennings. I'm sorry, Juwan Jennings. I'm sorry, I got confused. We signed Eric Johnson to a 1-year deal today. I got that confused with Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings visiting Vikings. Whenever Jennings signs with a team, the Niners will not receive a compensatory pick. Yeah, that was kind of brilliant. So the Vikings waited until after the draft, because if we sign Jennings after the draft, we don't owe, or San Francisco doesn't get a compensatory third-round pick from the league. And it doesn't go against our calculations for a compensatory pick, which is kind of nice. All right, let's continue on. What do we got next? Do we have the Fuentes? Okay, we don't have the Fuentes thing yet. Coming up in a little bit, I got Nick Fuentes yeeting a woman off his porch and then not facing any charges for it. I've got Erika Kirk is mad at everybody again. We're all big meanie heads. We're all terrible. And she's going to dress up like Eminem and go on a podcast and yell at us all about it. This seems to be like the cycle of life for Turning Point USA. Cycle of Life on Turning Point USA goes, we all criticize them because they're fucking creeps who are picking at the skin and bones of the corpse of Charlie Kirk. Then they feel like they have to come forward and tell us all we're being anti-Semitic and that Charlie would want us to bomb every country in the Middle East for the Jews, and then tell us all we're being big meanie heads. And then we ignore them, and then the cycle continues. Well, we're on the part of the cycle, no pun intended, where Erika Kirk yells at us and tells us all what meanie head pieces of shit we are. We'll get to that a little later. First, I like this kid. Ballsy dude. So a lot of people in the service industry are kind of trained and taught to avoid confrontation with customers, right? If there's a bad tip, you let it go. The next one will be better. If somebody requests something and it's a big pain in the ass, hey, this is the job. You get it for them. Well, a DoorDash driver was given a fake $100 bill as a tip. Now, this is also kind of dangerous. The guy who is the DoorDash driver decided to call him out for the fake $100. And, kudos to him for doing it. But this is the kind of thing, I mean, if someone's willing to counterfeit $100 bills, they might be willing to whoop your ass over confronting them on it. But here we go. Take a look. Here's the $100 bill. You got the big Benjamin Franklin right there. But then you've got all this scribbling and all this weird shit that's just not on our currency. You got what is that even? I can't even read that. The United Pig something. It doesn't say United States. Something purposes, which it doesn't say on our money. So he gets a clear fake $100 bill, and he decides to go confront the person about it.
I'm going to say it to you a little calmer, nigga. If you get my app fucked up, I'm going to come back out here and switch you this whole fucking apartment, nigga.
Wow. Never mind. You know how I said that the DoorDash guy was putting himself in danger by confronting the person who gave him the $100 bill? I did not consider that perhaps the DoorDash driver was the most gangster DoorDash driver that's ever delivered Applebee's to somebody's house. I mean, that's, you talk about, what do they call what's going on in Iran? Escalation disadvantage. The guy who gave him the fake $100 is at an escalation disadvantage. Hey, I'm going to pass this fake $100 off on this kid so I can get it off my person and look like I tipped him well. To which the person then responds, noticing that it's fake, says, I'm going to Swiss cheese this whole apartment, meaning I'm going to shoot the fucking shit out of your house. That's escalation. And I don't think the guy's willing to go there with this guy.
Every go, nigga. And that's on my son, nigga.
I'm going to spit my beer out. Okay. It's one thing to threaten to shoot everybody in a place. It's another thing to then inform us that you're a father. And not only are you a father threatening to get a gun and shoot everybody over a fake tip, but you're also swearing on the life of your child that you will do this in case this person doesn't believe you.
Bitch ass nigga, you lucky I don't golf you in your shit for trying me.
I don't even know what that means. What does that mean, golf you in your shit? I want to learn what that phrase means, because when I use it on someone, I don't want to end up getting in a fight that I don't need to be in. Golf your shit?
You lucky I don't golf you in your shit.
You're lucky I don't golf you in your shit. This is fun. I feel like I'm learning patois or some kind of foreign language. What does it mean to golf someone in their shit? Based on typical golf slang and aggressive trash talk culture, to golf someone in their shit is a vulgar way of saying you are soundly defeating someone while they are playing very poorly and you are actively mocking them for it. I don't think that's what it means in this case. This is not golf slang. I don't think this gentleman, gets out on the links very often. In the streets. The phrase golf someone in their shit is a contemporary slang expression typically used to describe physically attacking or severely beating someone in a public place. All right, there we go. That's what it means to golf someone in their shit. You're going to fuck them up in public. I like that. I want to golf somebody in their shit.
You lucky I don't golf you in your shit for trying me. Fuck ass nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all, so I'm doing DoorDash, right?
You seem to have calmed down. That's a plus.
Picked up all these pieces. I'm doing DoorDash. This nigga done gave me this fugazi ass honey. I'm about to show y'all this nigga right here.
I don't like it when they say words I'm not supposed to.
Hey, bro. Now you want to do this one or two ways, bro.
Uh-oh.
Either give me a real $100 bill and I give you this shit, or I'm gonna call the police, bro. You can call the police, bro. All right. They got the right there, bro. All right. Watch out. Hey, don't walk up on the car, cause I'll bust your pussy ass. Nigga, stop playing with me.
He fucked with the wrong DoorDash driver. Like, you expect Uber drivers, DoorDash drivers to be like, beta male. This guy will fuck you up. He'll golf you in your shit.
I'm really like that. Boy, you not getting this fake ass honey back? No, nigga. I'm like that. I'm street for real. Fuck, boy, stop trying to play with nigga. Do you want to hit body?
Do you want to hit body? Wait, hold on. Guys, hold on. A hid? Did he say you want a hid body? Mean like you want to die and I hide your body? Or did he say, do you want to hit body?
You want to hit body? You want to play with nigga? Do you want to hit body?
What does do you want to hit body mean? Hold on. Typically depends on the social context in which it's used. Not gym and fitness slang. Not hot body. While less common in this specific phrasing, to hit can literally mean to strike in a confrontational setting. It could be a challenge to a physical fight. God, black people are funny.
You want hit body? Oh, all right then. Fuck, nigga. Damn, nigga, stop playing with me.
It's like the start of a Lil Jon song, man. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. You want a hit body, nigga?
Bitch ass nigga, and I got your... What you want to do? All right, yeah. I'm going to go about my business. Fuck, nigga, stop playing with people. Stop, hey. Man, nigga, what? What, nigga? What, nigga? What, nigga? What, nigga, I'm on that. Bitch ass nigga, stop playing. And if you report my shit, nigga, and get my app fucked up, nigga, I'm going to come back to the apartments and switch everything, nigga. Stop playing with me. I got the whole thing on video. Trying to foo-foo me with 100, nigga.
This guy rules. By the way, sir, your aggressive stance on recording may not benefit you as evidence the way you want it to. There are multiple threats of felonious bodily harm in this regard. You know what? Never mind. I don't want to hit body. And I also don't want to, what is it, get golfed up in public? Golf? No, I don't want my shit golfed. No, I don't want you to golf my shit. And I definitely don't want to hit body. But in fairness, I'm 1,000% on this guy's side. He's the man. I love this dude.
Jews be Jewing. Niggas be nigga-ing.
That's what they say. But I don't want to hit body. And someone's saying, Aaron, golf means fire. Oh, okay. Fire your shit? Like set your house on fire? Oh, golf your shit, like flames engulfing. Okay. You really do need the fucking Rosetta Stone to break down some of these shit talk videos. No Pen 15 Fathead with $2. Thank you very much. He says, we really need more black on black violence. It's not, look, I didn't say that video was helping any stereotypes. I didn't say that video was a sterling example of how to get out of said hood. Basically what I'm trying to say is it exists. That's it. That was my only point I wanted to make. And I thought maybe it would put a smile on your face. And make you think twice about ever driving DoorDash. And congratulate the black community for contributing so much to our slang culture. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. Let's gift memberships. If we get 10 away from 700 tonight, I'm gifting the last 700. Let's have some fun. Chevmatic with $1 says, to think this is the vocabulary of a man trying to better America by removing counterfeit money from circulation and informing the police of such. Truly a good Samaritan. I mean, he is, though. He's trying to help. He's trying to get counterfeit currency out of circulation. He's trying to help remove this scourge from... He just is doing it more aggressively than maybe a fat, middle-aged white female DoorDash driver would do. He's doing it in a... Like, this is... Okay, this might be behavior in the black community that normally we would eschew or that we would turn away from or turn our nose up at. I think in this case, this is one of those instances where maybe he could use his ghetto superpowers for good. Yeah, Bob. Okay, see, I would understand this. Papa Shab says, I will fire upon thee with great haste. See? Satan's Mechanic said, did you just say 10 away from 700 and you're gifting the last 700? Oops. Is that what I said? My bad. If you guys get 10 memberships away from 700, I'll gift the last 10. That's probably better. Papa Shab says, I will golf your shit for on. Yeah, I don't want my shit golfed. That's for sure. Hey, do you think there's like an Ebonics to ye old English translator? Hold on. Ebonics to ye old English. Modern English to old English? Let's do modern English. I will golf your shit, and then I'll put the N-word in. They just include the N-word. I shall golf thy shit. No, that's not. I like the way Papa Shab did it. I will fire upon thee with great haste. That's way better. Ebonics translator? This could be fun. You want me to pay for an Ebonics translator? I get the first 5 translations free. You want to hit body and then the N-word. Let's see what that means. No. See, these guys, they're behind the times. This guy's like next level. He's on the cutting edge of Ebonics. These people don't know shit. He's the man. Papa Shab is officially our best translator that we have. Did I do that? Says same good Samaritan also sells Glock switches to all the nephews on the blocks. I mean, he's just trying to help armed citizens defend themselves. That's all. Disgraced Morning DJ says, Aaron, I speak perfect Blackanese, and switch is a term used to say he has an illegal automatic weapon, typically a cheap Glock with an extended magazine of a higher capacity. Oh, so when he says he's going to switch this whole apartment, he's going to unleash automatic gunfire on the tenants of that domicile. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I personally would rectify this counterfeit $100 bill situation post haste because that sounds rather unpleasant. Sam Show says, Aaron, just say ooh, ooh, ah, 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 ah at the computer. I doesn't have talk to type. Das Optic Nerve says hit body means he wants to beat his ass. All right, fair enough. Well, hey, look, I feel like we've all learned something today, and that's important. Disgraced Morning DJ says, hey, at least he is involved in his son's life. I mean, that part cannot be overlooked. I swear on my son, I switched this whole apartment. It's like, okay, we've got a good foundation there, but I feel like there's room to grow. Being involved in your son's life, that's fantastic. Driving DoorDash to support him instead of doing more, extra legal means of supporting your family, I think that's a better economic foundation to set as well. We are going to need to talk about the whole wanting to, lob firearm projectiles at people's homes indiscriminately. But again, I feel like we've laid a good foundation. And again, That's what we need to focus on. Speaking of minorities behaving badly, did you see what Nick Fuentes did? Oh my goodness. Our boy Nick, he was he had some extracurriculars. Remember that video last year of Nick Fuentes talking to the cops in the back alley of his house? Because some woman came to his door and he pepper sprayed her and she called the police and the police came and Nick Fuentes had to be interviewed and the whole deal. Well, there was a whole criminal, I didn't even know this was still going on, but there was a whole criminal case about this. And Nick Fuentes had charges against him. I think they were just like a misdemeanor and a felony, not a huge deal. It wasn't something that was like, oh my God, Nick Fuentes is going to get locked up. I mean, it's not like he sent a text message to somebody. So Nick Fuentes had his address leaked. His address went public. And this Jewish woman, and I say Jewish woman because it's going to come up, this Jewish woman decided she would go to Nick Fuentes' house for no other reason than to harass him. And Nick Fuentes decided, yeah, I'm not going to let you fuck with me that way. Well, recently this week, those charges against Nick Fuentes were dropped. Nick Fuentes is in the clear. The police found that they, couldn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed these crimes. So the Ring doorbell camera has now been released since it's no longer part of an active investigation or court case. The Nick Fuentes Ring doorbell camera from the time this visitor came by has been released, and here it is. Now remember, this is shortly after Nick Fuentes had a man come to his house with I believe a crossbow and a motorcycle helmet on. And that gentleman had actually killed 2 or 3 people that night. It was a literal serial killer showed up at Nick Fuentes' house. So now this woman shows up at his door, obviously up to no good, not somebody he knows, right after his address goes public. And Nick decided to deal with it this way.
Hi. Oh my God, what are you doing?
Fucking based, Nick. Attaboy. I used to really be annoyed by Nick Fuentes, and I used to really not like him. In the last year or so, I would say year to 14 months or so, I've really come around on Nick Fuentes because there's a lot of shit he would say that I was like, wow, that's just hateful. That's just really shitty. Why would he? But then you would, it's one of those things where you're like, oh, well, look it up. And you would look it up and you're like, oh my God, he's actually, he's not saying it in a very couth way. He's not saying it in a very friendly, nice, polite way, but he's getting the facts of this correct. And when our government was fucking bullshitting us, and see, this is how guys like Fuentes get created. Your government lies to you, but it sounds nice. You find out they're lying to you and you really resent these people and you go, well, wait a minute. I feel like these people have disrespected me, disrespected my intelligence. Who's talking to me like I'm an adult? Who's telling me the things the way they are, even if I don't want to hear them? And then you have guys like Fuentes and you're like, he may not be right all the time. One thing I appreciate about Fuentes is he's very open about his biases. He's very open about where he has blind spots and where his position is. He doesn't look at you and go, I'm just coming to you as an arbiter of the truth. I'm just coming to you as a guy who cares about the American people, and by God, I just want to see you do well. People who talk like that are manipulating you into thinking the way they want you to think. Fuentes will tell you, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, I don't like that. That's where I'm at. Let's continue with our show. I appreciate that. And then shoving this woman down a flight of cement steps is the funniest thing I've seen all day, because fuck her claiming she's a victim. She went there to harass Nick Fuentes. She went there to make him feel unsafe in his home. I don't give a shit if he karate kicked her off that stoop. Fuck her. She knows what she did.
Hi. Oh my God, what are you doing?
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, that is such a great Gran Torino move. Get the fuck out of here. It's the most Chad thing I think Fuentes has ever done. Because remember, there was that time he was at CPAC or whatever. He got in that fight in that lobby. And he did that really embarrassing thing where you raise your leg up while you're fighting with someone. Oh, it was so gay. We all have to kind of fight in our weight class. And I think middle-aged Jewish woman is Nick's like perfect opponent. I think he can handle them. That's a good like tomato can warm up. What do they call it? A tune-up fight for Fuentes.
Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing?
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I'm pushing a Jewess to the ground. That's what I'm doing. Now listen to her.
Did you catch that?
Did you catch that? The first thing she says, like you didn't go there with a fucking agenda to rile him up and get him to do something, because the first thing she says, she lays there like a victim. Oy vey, I've been hurt. I don't think I can walk. She looks over at the guy with the camera and goes, did you get that? Meaning, hey, how hurt do I have to pretend to be? I went to someone's house uninvited. I knocked on their door uninvited. They're a public figure. They don't know me. I don't like them. They've been threatened before, literally by a murderer at their front door, and they pepper sprayed me and threw me to the ground. You got what you deserve. Did you get that? So the police investigated this, and thankfully the Chicago attorney's office decided, you know what? We've got bigger fish to fry in this town. We're going to let this one go. And now the charges against Fuentes have been dropped. Now, do you think that this woman is leaving it there? What do you think that this woman is going to do next? I'll give you a hint. She is not happy that the charges against Nick Fuentes were dropped. She thought that this was going to stick and this was going to be a thing, even though she did everything in her power to make this happen. Go ahead and guess. And again, just trust your gut on this one and blurt it out. Where is this lady going with this next? Go, like I said, just blurt it out. People are asking, did he steal her phone? I don't think he stole her phone. I think he picked up his pepper spray. I think when he pushed her, the pepper spray flew out of his hand and he went and picked that up. 09 Canyon says, we all know what she's doing, Aaron. Stop trying to be cute about it. God, you guys are like Johnny. He's just, I ask you, I'm like, hey, could you do, I'm hosting the show. I'm running the ship. Could you just play along with me? No, I want to. Couple of you got it right. She is this fine lady. She's suing Nick Fuentes. The Jewish woman who went to Nick Fuentes' house is now planning to sue Nick and the police department after criminal charges were dismissed. Oh, so she's suing the cops too. They're bad. I will get you and perhaps some others. Hi, Berwyn PD. In civil, Fuentes. Sounds like, okay, do you have to play to every stereotype? She literally is talking like the Wicked Witch of the West. This all happened because you wanted to spew your hate and gain followers from behind the screen without accountability. What the? Are you mental? Are you touched? Are you challenged? This happened. No, this happened because you showed up at his house uninvited to stalk him. And by the way, you wanted to spew hate and gain followers from behind a screen without accountability. That's literally everyone who's ever had a television show or a radio show. You've hidden behind the screen since November. You hid behind the screen today. You can't do that forever. See you in court, as they say. I love this. You started all this shit. You're the one who made this all happen, and now you play the victim after it goes through the process and act like Nick Fuentes brought this upon you. God, she is so fucking hateable. I really don't like her. Hostile Soldier says she could only sue for imaginary damages. You can't sue the cops and win. No, it's very difficult to win a lawsuit against the police, for sure. So she's mental. She's fucked up. She's delusional, for sure. You Need Me More says, what would happen if that took place in Minnesota? Oh, in Tim Walz, Minnesota? They would have gathered at Nick Fuentes' house and pulled him out and burned him at the stake, and it would have been considered lynching a Nazi, and it would have been fine. You would have been able to do this. As long as it was all Somalis who did it, they would be allowed to do that in Tim Walz, Minnesota. Lord Baltimore says, very curious what she's going to give as the reason she was at his home. She said it in the thing. I wanted to hold him accountable. It's okay, that's not your fucking job. It's not your job to go to a guy's house unannounced, uninvited, bang on his door to hold him accountable. Oh, my God. Thank you very much. Tim with $2. I appreciate that. Tim Bollinger is not happy that we have no goal tonight. It's causing him to seethe donate $1 at a time. Guys, whatever you do, do not gift memberships right now. Do not throw in even $1 or $2 donations. It's going to make Tim upset. He's also mad. There's only 200. He's mad about the viewership. There's only 250 people checking out the toe right now. I mean, that's like probably 25 below average. So certainly don't hit like. Certainly don't hit subscribe. Certainly don't gift memberships. And certainly now is not the time to throw in donations. Tim is going to be very pissed. And I guarantee Tim will not throw in another $1 to try and explain himself. I have not gotten my hooks into Tim in a way that he will now dance to my tune. It won't happen. So 250 of you, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. Continue to make Tim and Dark Nugs seethe. They literally have to pretend Rumble doesn't exist because we've beaten all of their fucking, what do you call it? Their machinations, all of their propaganda. It never came true, and we ended up kicking their ass. Nights like this, I can be kind of a dick. Guys, thank you so much. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, and do not start gifting those memberships. No golden showers, nothing like that. That would be terrible. And Tim and Darth Nugs would be very upset. All right, let's get to the Erika Kirk thing. Does she not, like, can't a team of publicists tell you what to do? Like, this is why I think Erika Kirk is an American psyop and why I think she's an intelligence asset and why I think she was a plant to marry Charlie Kirk and keep him under the thumb of the military-industrial complex and the, Judeo-Christian Zionist factions of the Republican Party. Because if she were just a widow and she were just a woman with 2 kids who loved Charlie Kirk, she would have never taken over Turning Point USA. Ever. She would be distraught. I get it. Everybody grieves differently, but I'm tired of saying that bullshit because she needs to, she's the fucking worst, this Erika Kirk. A publicist would tell her, stop going on podcasts. Stop talking to the media. You are, as a person, wildly unlikable. I mean, think about it. A woman whose husband was murdered in front of us. And she's already burned out all of her goodwill, and people are like, she's weird. Something seems off about this. I'm going to trust my gut. Then she goes on TV and she gives everybody the evil eye, and she's like, I forgive the guy who shot my husband. By the way, if you ask any questions and you want to find out what happened to my husband, I'll call you all kinds of names and say that you're an evil, terrible conspiracy theorist. But she'll go, I forgive the man who killed my husband, but you know what I can't forgive? When people don't like Israel. And that gets shoehorned into the conversation all of a sudden. And I don't think the people who support Erika Kirk consider enough the fact that the rest of us do feel really awkward having to call her out. We don't enjoy doing it. It's weird. It's fucked up. I don't want to say that a widow is a fucking asset or but she's creepy. Do you understand how weird and how off of a vibe she has to give for people to ignore that all too common human impulse to go, leave her alone. She's a grieving widow. And we did give her that benefit of the doubt for a long time, but she kept insisting on being on podcast. She kept insisting on being on television. And every time she'd go on, it would feel like we're getting a fucking lecture, and she would stare at us with these fucking dead eyes. So she decided that she was going to go on, and they still call it the Charlie Kirk Show. I think that's the most disgusting thing ever. They say shit that Charlie Kirk would have never said in a million years. They put the authority of his name behind it. This is why people are abandoning Turning Point USA. This is why it's destroyed. Because Charlie was going to take it away. He was going to make it a Christian conservative platform, not a Judeo-Christian conservative platform. He had been very critical of Israel, and he was really starting to say some off-the-reservation shit to the point where Bill Ackman and this Andrew Colvett and the Babylon Bee guys sat him down in the Hamptons and told him to fucking behave. And he got so mad that he sent a text to that Hammer fucker, and he said, I'm leaving the pro-Israel cause. I'm out of here. Well, if we point that out, we're all anti-Semitic, we're all terrible, and we don't give a shit about Charlie, and Erika Kirk is going to chastise us. Well, if that's the case, then I'm sorry, with all due respect, fuck you, Erika Kirk. So she went on the Charlie Kirk Show today. She let us all have it. Drewski, Candace Owens, everybody who questions the Charlie Kirk case. I mean, it doesn't look to me. They have not proven that Tyler Robinson did this. He may have, but I have a lot of questions that are backed up by video evidence. And the story just not fitting in the right places. And, you know, at the trial, they may fit those pieces in. It may happen. That's possible. But right now, not only does it look fucked up, but it also looks fucked up that you, his wife, are like, hey, stop asking questions. Hey, this guy did it. It's done. It's not how you're supposed to act when your family member gets killed. You want to turn over every stone. So she went on the show today, and with her children missing their father, with Turning Point missing all these directors who are abandoning ship, she thought it would be a good use of her time to yell at us all and try to make us feel bad. And she did it dressed as a fucking cat burglar. And she's like, how dare people say that I murdered my husband? Stop dressing as someone that breaks into my house and murders me in my sleep.
In this culture,
I'm sorry, I'm pausing so much and I'm not getting to the point. It's No Goal Wednesday. But what I'm trying to say is everybody grieves differently. But this is what I mean by don't you have a publicist? Because if she wasn't an asset and wasn't in charge, there would be a publicist who would be like, Erika, I understand you're upset. Stop reading the internet. Go home. Look after the kids. It is a bad fucking idea for you to go on these shows and talk like this. Well, why? Because nobody likes you. And every time you go and talk, people like you less and less. Now, of course, Seth from the Babylon Bee posted an article about this, and he's like, Erika Kirk just put everybody on notice. Shut the fuck up.
In this culture we're living in, absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal. It turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've realized.
But you're sitting in the studio where you do that. And we just played a clip today of Andrew Colvett from yesterday saying, any of you guys who don't think Tyler Robinson did it, any of you guys who ask questions about Charlie's murder, you need therapy. You need to get off the internet. Your brain is cooked. That's what you guys have been doing this entire time. All we've been doing is going, hey, you're acting kind of fucked up. And have you taken a look at this weird shit from the day your husband got shot? And, hey, I think Israel's committing a genocide. We probably shouldn't be their ally anymore. And we certainly shouldn't give them money. You're an anti-Semite. You hate Jews. Why are you asking questions? Your brain is cooked. Get off the internet. Blah, blah. And then you have the nerve to go on the studio where these things are being said from and go, we live in a society that treats disagreement like an attack. Yeah, no shit. But you shouldn't have made this speech into a camera. You should have made it into a mirror.
Through all of this, truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip some...
I'm sorry. The women and children of Gaza have been living in hell for about give or take 60 years. What you've gone through, I'm sure, is terrible. But stop. The grieving widow card, there's no more credit on it. You've burned that up from the last 7 lectures you've given us. Now it's time to stand on your own big boss girl feet and talk to us as a boss bitch, not as a, it's funny. When Erika Kirk needs to talk about merchandise numbers and how great the merchandise sales are looking 6 days after her husband's murder, all of a sudden she's a boss bitch. But when it's time, when you're losing the argument, now you're the grieving widow. I don't like her.
One of their humanity.
Sorry, Alex. I told Alex I would be nicer to Erika Kirk. I try to, but then she talks and she's a dick and she speaks lies.
Long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all. Every morning I wake up.
Like Gazan children.
To a new headline lying about me. I have...
Welcome to being a public figure. People think I ate cum. I don't give a shit. People are gay and they're weird and they need to believe shit about you. It happens. Erika Kirk. People think that I had something to do with my husband's death. People think I cum swapped with my wife. Did I? No. Am I going to sit here and do a speech about it? No, of course not. I think it's kind of funny. It's gross, but it's kind of funny. I'm not going to dress up like a fucking home invader and then tell everybody what a victim I am.
Comedians dressing up in whiteface.
Besides, the other guy did way gayer shit.
I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO, and I have...
I mean, that's just a statement of fact. How is that people attacking you? You're not fit to be a CEO. The last thing you ran was an orphanage in an area where a NATO base was trafficking children for sex. Yeah, you shouldn't be in charge of shit. I have comedians dressing in whiteface. All right, I don't even like Drewski, and that sketch was hilarious. It had you crip walking. That's good.
Not fit to be CEO, and I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And
yeah, Candace is fucking ruthless, dude. You should probably be careful. Well, I'm here to tell that bitch right now. Maybe you'll be next.
The list goes on and on and on.
You're mean. I don't like you.
There is a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country.
Says the person calling us all anti-Semites, Nazis, basically using leftist tactics. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. There's a dehumanization problem. I don't think you're subhuman. I don't think that you're less than human. I just think that you're a shitty person who behaves in bad faith. And you shouldn't be running a giant organization like Turning Point USA. I think you were sent to run Turning Point USA purposely into the ground to crush Charlie Kirk's memory of what he became towards the end. You are to Turning Point USA what wrestling conspiracy theorists believe Vince Russo is to WCW. So that she didn't stop there. She called out Candace Owens, and then Seth Dillon jacked off and jizzed all over himself. Now she's talking about the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where, and again, to humanize Erika Kirk, I'm sure that was insanely traumatic. You know? I'm sure it was really terrible having to, have that emergency and be ushered out of there and everything. I mean, I'm sure that really fucking sucks.
And you guys have all seen what happened next because there are 1,000 videos of it. So let's discuss that fact for a second. If you were in that room, you had no way of knowing what the status of the shooter was, how many there were, or honestly, really anything. It was just utter chaos. And so during an active shooting, these journalists are using their phones to find moments to capture for clips. They were so concerned about getting a video in a room with an active shooter that they could...
Oh, fuck you. Are you just always a victim? Is this how it's like? Can you let us know how long this is going to take? How long everything's going to be about you and how long you're... Go home and take care of your kids. Stop this. You're not fit for this. You're not ready for prime time, and there's no shame in that. You'd have to be a sociopath to be ready for the kind of shit that these Turning Points and Bill Ackmans and Andrew Colvitts do. They're all lunatics. Go home and take care of your kids. Stop going to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Your husband was the superstar, not you. You're not cut out for this, or you are, and you're being disingenuous. Either way, it's not good. These journalists and their phones out. They're fucking journalists. They were covering a story. And guess what? You're a public figure whose husband was shot. Your reaction to this is interesting. So they're going to stick a camera in your face and see how you're reacting. Look, I love shitting on a journalist. I love shitting on the media. But them taking out their phones in an active shooter situation and recording and documenting what's going on, that's their job. That's the one thing they are supposed to be doing in that situation. In fact, of all the things I shit on the media for, I think it takes brass balls to pull out your phone when you don't know if bullets are going to be flying soon and start filming shit. But I guess if the world just revolves around you, it doesn't seem that way. God, I don't like her. Have I mentioned that?
Have accidentally and quite literally filmed themselves being shot. Many of those people have become so desensitized that fight or flight became secondary to the opportunity of putting themselves into the story, which ironically breaks the number one rule of journalism.
They weren't putting themselves into the story. They were there. Hey, guys, any of you who would have filmed 9/11, like any of you who would have recorded that, you guys are being bad journalists. You're putting yourself in the middle of the story. It's a terrible thing to do. Does she have a switch in her back that just when it's on, she's wrong about everything?
And again, ironically enough, the shooter was a teacher. You have these people who are supposed to be teaching our children the future of this country, and he's so unhinged that he is able to teach children by day and then attempt to murder the president of the United States by night.
Yeah, and judging by his manifesto, I'd say that covering up the trafficking of children and billionaire pedophilia by a Mossad agent, maybe one of your coworkers, I don't know. Yeah, that pissed him off really bad. He shouldn't have done what he did. But like, Erika, I'm sorry. If this shit shakes you up, get the fuck out of Dodge. Take the life insurance money that I'm sure you collected. Take Charlie's money that he made. He probably did well. Put it in a trust fund. Your kids will be fine. You will be fine. And just leave. I mean, I know she's just saying this for victimhood's sake. I mean, for Christ's sake, she's wearing Charlie Kirk's merch. Fucking hell. But like, if you're serious about this and you're not just doing this for clicks and sympathy, and you're like, oh, these journalists, you couldn't believe it when there was a thing going on, they were recording. This shooter, what a terrible bad man. You know who talks this way? Housewives. Go be a stay-at-home mom if this shit shakes you up. Because the game you want to be playing, the my husband got shot by Jews, I mean Tyler Robinson card, doesn't play very long. All right? You got to learn how to put on your big boss girl pants and handle this shit. Oh, yeah. And then because not the Babylon Bee is fucking cheerleading this propaganda horseshit. And in case you don't think the media is run by vultures, yeah, here's another Erika clip.
It was time to take our seats, and we went into the big ballroom where the dinner was. And one of the first things and following that conversation, it was time to take our seats, and we went into the big ballroom where the dinner was. And one of the first things I noticed when I walked into that room was quite literally the proximity of the opposing outlets to one another. So you have one table here that's Politico, and another table here that's Fox, and another table here that's WAPO, and you're all crammed together, elbow to elbow.
Right. It's called the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It's an event for the media. They're going to sit together. It's not Sunnis and Shiites. It's Fox and CNN. They're run by essentially the same people. This Babe in the Woods Act, I'm sorry. Here, I have a great example of it, Erica. You know how your husband couldn't stand Ben Shapiro, but then before his fucking blood was cold, you guys were taking money from him? It's kind of like that, if that helps.
And to make the night even more of a spectacle, every single 10-person table had 10 bottles of wine.
Then stay home. They were having fun, these pieces of shit. Oh, but wait a minute. Once the shooter thing happened, they all didn't stay under their tables long enough. Some of them at a media event decided to film it. Do you just need to bitch about something like this? Go find a therapist.
And the president of the White House Correspondents Association, she did a great job of trying to make the evening have that feeling of Americana. You know, we were in a room celebrating freedom of speech despite our differences. And the U.S. Marine Band.
Really? Did you know that the president would try to violate Jimmy Kimmel's freedom of speech? And I don't mean like violate it the way we don't understand the First Amendment, like someone, you know, like criticizing someone for saying something. That's not a violation of freedom of speech. No, the president literally asked the government to get Jimmy Kimmel fired for jokes that he made. That violation of freedom of speech.
Performed the national anthem so beautifully.
Ugh.
And then shortly thereafter, gunshots rang out and total chaos ensued.
Somebody switched up the block, right? Did I get it right? They switched up this motherfucker.
And you guys have all seen what happened next because there are 1,000 videos of it.
Good.
So let's discuss that fact for a second. If you were in that room, you had no way of knowing what the status of the shooter was, how many there were.
We just saw. Hey, Seth Dillon of the Babylon Bee. I know you fucking jizz in your pants for this woman every time because you all get off on the same genocide, but we already heard this clip, bro.
Anything. It was just utter chaos. And so during an act of shooting.
Yeah, we already heard this, Seth. She also called out Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, shit, I didn't see that one coming. She called out Jimmy Kimmel. Wow.
And while we may have big problems with illegal immigration in this country, I have to tell you, we have an even bigger problem when it comes to the systemic indoctrination and radicalization of our own citizens. This is what got my husband killed. This is what has led to 3 legitimate attempts on President Trump's life.
By the way, you seem to ask as many questions about Butler as you do about Tyler Robinson, I've noticed. Fuck. Here we go.
And I can speak firsthand to that unbearable toll that this must take on our First Lady. There has never been a president who has faced this many assassination attempts in Americans' entire history. And after each one, the reaction from the far left has been, at best, a shrug, and in some cases, a sick disappointment that the shooter was unsuccessful.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're reading. There's been a couple of preschool teachers who said shitty things, but the media in general have said, wow, this was scary as shit. Wow, this was really terrible. One MSNBC contributor said something shitty about Butler, and you know what happened? He got fired. God, I mean, this is that old school conservative shit that I hate. This is that old school right-wing conservative shit where it's like, oh, if you're not on our side, well, you hate America. No, there's no nuance. There's no gray area. It's like Lee Greenwood conservatism. And look at her. She's just so icy and cold again. She's unlikable.
We are all human beings.
Some more than
and
others.
If you can just pause and just take a minute and ask yourself.
She got more rings than Tom Brady. What the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm distracted. ADHD. What am I asking myself now? What would Charlie do? You know what he would, ever Netanyahu would do.
How would you feel if even just one person made cruel jokes about the attempted murder of your loved one?
It would suck, but it would be allowed. That's how. It would suck, but it would be allowed.
That is what Jimmy Kimmel did to the First Lady. He said that she had the glow of an expected widow.
If this shit shakes you up, fucking go home. I'm tired of you. And by the way, isn't it conservatives who are like, we fucking legalize comedy, bro. Should be able to say whatever the fuck you want. I guess until Jimmy Kimmel makes a dead president joke. Then we got to criminalize comedy again. Then it's bad because it made the widow sad. Go raise your fucking kids. This isn't for you. Maybe, you know what? Maybe you're nicer than the rest of us. Maybe you're a better person because this shit shakes you up. But this is a dead inside kind of a business, and you ain't ready for it. Either that or you're lying and you're manipulating everyone because you know that your side of the right wing is losing the argument.
The glow of an expected widow.
Say it again.
Just 48 hours before that nightmare almost became a reality.
Who gives a shit if it was 4 weeks or 10 years before? He didn't know it was going to fucking happen. And I hate Jimmy Kimmel. But pretending that he owns a crystal ball and he saw that this was going to happen and then made the joke. I mean, Jesus. I mean, it's not like Jimmy Kimmel went to a meeting where he said something mean about Israel and then a few days later he got murdered. That would be fucked up and weird and something we should question. You know what? Never mind. Now I'm attacking a widow. Go raise your kids.
In this culture we're living in,
yeah, it's all done.
Absorbs disagreement as a form of...
And then we saw, hey, Seth, once again, your shitty clipping skills. We already saw this. You were probably busy jacking off. Oh, that black looks so good on you, Erika. Oh, Charlie would love this. Oh, fucking the Babylon Bee can eat my balls. By the way, 271 of you checking out the show. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow. Yeah, 911 Swim says the 47 hat for Pythagoras. Gotta have your 47 hat. Holy shit. Yeah, Baba Shab says she's just annoying. I mean, really, just go. Again, go. Go. You know what? Here's what I want to say to Erika Kirk. You're right. You're right. This whole thing, it's all gone to hell. It's okay. Hold on. Guys, just give me 1 second. There we go. All right. I just had to send off a text real quick. She needs to ride the grift into the ground. No shit, right? It is. It's just every time she's on television, every time she's on a podcast. Do you guys even know how bad it is? Yeah. Yep. We're aware. No Pen 15 Fathead with $2 says we really... Oh, wait. No, I already did that one. I skipped something. Oh, Cole. Holy shit. Look at Cole with 10 gifted memberships on YouTube. Holy fucking holy.
Wanna fuck? Let's fuck!
There we go. There's who should be running Turning Point USA is Karmic X. That should be our Turning Point guy. All right. So did we finally get one for that son of a bitch, Mikey Goofs? Moswild, Lily D, KP, Perper Derper, Pause and Pickup, DJ Paris, Tony Pons, Dark Ratchet, But Anyways, Cody R. God, nope. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Come on. Keep it going. Get Mikey Goofs a membership. Oh my God, what is that now? I mean, that's very generous. Thank you for the 10 gifted over on YouTube. And like I said, today is a 0 goal night. But you guys are only about $30 away from banging out this morning's miss. I guess I'll go till 9 if you do it. Why not? Whatever. Keep gifting those memberships. I want to see how close to 700 we can get on Rumble. Right now, Rumble is being put to shame by YouTube, and that never YouTube's our secondary. We have like less than half the people watching on YouTube that we do on Rumble. Oh, by the way, we're in the 270s. Keep hitting thumbs up, keep hitting follow, and let's see if we can't get to 300 tonight. Why not? All right, get after it. Like, thumbs up, that would be awesome. All right, now, you know what? That Erika Kirk thing, I really don't like her. Like, it really takes a toll on me yelling at Erika Kirk, I've discovered. I talk about it. Honestly, I need a minute. Like, I'm ready to go to the next story. I'm excited for the next story. But I think I also pulled a muscle yelling at Erika Kirk. And I think I blew out part of my reserve energy yelling at Erika Kirk. Taste Fairy says, I thought you were already going till 9. Oh, shit, that's right. I'm going till 9 anyway. And you know why I'm going till 9? I got guilted into going till 9. I never said I would go until 10 yesterday. But Crunchy said that I did, which is bullshit. And so I said, you know what? I'll go till 9 tomorrow. But she was so fucking generous, and so was Main Vein and others, that I can't say no. So yes, you're right. I am going until 9 o'clock tonight. There we go. Oh, Main Vein with $20. Thank you very much.
Fuck? Let's fuck.
Holy shit. You guys are about 15, but somewhere between 15 and $20 away from covering for that fucking morning show again. How do you guys do it? 5 gifted memberships on Rumble. Let's run the table right now. We'll do the 5 gifted memberships on Rumble, and we'll be back to a perfect week. I got to count up the memberships, right? We're close to 1,000 total. I think we're over 300 on YouTube, and we're pushing 700 on Rumble. Very nice. All right, off we go. Back to I'm going to try not to yell at this one either, but I feel like I might get fired up. In Orlando, Florida, there was an event, and the event is called, it's at a place called Icon Park in Orlando, and the event is called Teen Takeover. A show based in St. Cloud, Minnesota, is going to cover a teen event at Icon Park in Orlando. How do you think it went? Let's take ourselves a look-see.
We are staying on top of
Oh, fuck you. You're embedding your ads, you little shits.
For you, I'm Luann Sorrell. Join me weeknights on Fox 35. A teen takeover lands 9 kids in handcuffs. At least 1,000 teens were at Icon Park Saturday night.
Oh, fuck. 1,000. And by the way, we never say teens when it's Asians. We never say teens when it's Latinos. We never say teens when it's white. This shit makes me uncomfortable. Like, legitimately makes me uncomfortable, because all you're doing is putting black in our head. You want to say it. You refuse to say it, but you say it in a way, you don't say it in a way that you make us say it. It's fucking dirty, it's gross, and I hate it. The media is like, it was teen takeover, but there's always a lean in and a wink with the word teen. They go, it was a teen event. And I'm sitting here, I'm going, yeah, I got it. Nope, I understand. Black, yup. Black. It was a black thing. And they're like, wow, yeah, really? That's all you see is black? No, you're saying it.
According to the Orange County Sheriff. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. Some of the teens got into fights, and 2 deputies were hurt trying to stop it all. Fox 35's Alexis Clevenger joins us live tonight from Icon Park. So, Alexis, the sheriff says this takeover was all organized through social media.
John, Luann, yeah, and it's something.
By the way, just letting the media know from now on, you can skip this part of the setup to the story, we already know how it goes. It was set up on social media. They picked a date, they picked a time, and then it looks like a scene from the James Franco Planet of the Apes movies, or like a Day of the Dead, and it's just everybody just crashes. Like, we know, just show us the video.
That they were aware of and prepared for. Over 50 deputies responded here to Icon Park on Saturday night, trying to break up those fights and get those crowds out of the area.
You know, and it would be one thing if these teen takeovers happened and everybody just bought cotton candy and went on rides, and the biggest thing you had to worry about was long lines. It's always fighting. It's always jumping people. It's always curb stomping. It's always the same shit.
What unfolded on Saturday night at Icon Park in Orlando wasn't just a meetup. Deputies say it was a teen takeover.
We were aware in advance that this could happen because we monitor social media.
According to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, more than 1,000 teens packed into the area, and fights broke out across the property.
Anytime you have 1,000, juveniles, many of them.
Shit, come on, guys, we're never gonna fix this problem if we can't converse honestly about it. Teens, juveniles, black people are wilding the fuck out sometimes, and they gotta cut the shit. It's not teens. It's not, yeah, sure, there's a couple of ghetto white kids in there once in a while, but for the most part, and they're following the crowd. But we're so long overdue. It's like 20 years overdue for this conversation. And white people don't want to have it because they don't want to get called a mean name. But you guys got to fucking get a handle on this. I don't know where the OGs are, but the OGs got to talk to these kids.
Whom are starting fights. It's just sometimes hard to corral.
2 deputies were hurt trying to put a stop to it.
One fell on their shoulder and one twisted an ankle.
They are out of the hospital and are going to be okay. Now, 9 teens ranging in age from 13 to 16 years old are facing charges.
Some of these are very, very serious crimes. Some are charged with battery. Some are charged with resisting law enforcement. Some are.
Don't worry. I hear that the prosecutors are female, and they're going to be really nice, and they're going to let them off with a little probation and a slap on the wrist and a fine, but not too big of a fine because, they're underprivileged and that might be an undue financial burden. Fuck.
With battery on a law enforcement officer.
Deputies say there wasn't a particular promoter behind organizing the event.
This was more organically through teenagers that passed along an attachment with not really any promoter name.
The sheriff is sending this message to parents.
Invest your life in the lives of your children. Know what your children are doing.
Do you hear how defeated he sounds when he says that? This is what I mean. The disingenuousness. Do you hear how, he doesn't even believe it? He knows nothing's going to happen. Invest in the lives of your children. Tell them not to do bad shit. He's just, he should just say what he feels. What do you want me to say? Nothing's going to fucking change, and they're going to keep doing it because we're going to let them. Let's see what the prosecutors do with this. Not a fucking thing. Because, they're so young, and they're oppressed in this culture, and they need another chance.
This message to parents.
Invest your life in the lives of your children. Know what your children are doing, and monitor their social media.
We reached out to Icon Park.
Oh, that ought to do it, ladies and gentlemen. We got them. All right, that's going to bring down the crime rate right there. You got a bunch of parents watching that going, oh, shit, I never thought of that.
For a statement on the takeover, we did not get a response. And the sheriff says that he is aware of another planned takeover on May 9th. He says they're going to have dozens of deputies out here and even transport vans for those who decide that they want to break the law. Live in Orlando, Alexis Clevenger, Fox 35 News.
Another day, another dollar for the old police department. That old analogy where they're like garbage men. It's just they're just going to keep they're just going to keep picking up the garbage and it's going to keep piling up. Exactly. Main Vein with another $20. Thank you very much, Main Vein. There he is.
Fuck? Let's fuck.
There they are. All right, a gifted membership, and then you guys have taken over for the morning show once again. Holy shit. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. Look at you guys. On no goal nights, you're covering for the morning show. It's getting ridiculous in here. Thank you, Main Vein. Thank you, Cole, for those 10 gifted memberships. That was fantastic. Poor Mikey. If you're over on YouTube, just every individual person gift one membership. We're going to get this fucking Mikey a membership. He deserves it. Vash Stampede says, if you have faith in Jesus Christ, why don't you ever forgive anyone? What the fuck are you babbling about? Forgive people all the time. I forgive you for that stupid fucking question. I mean, most Christian guy in the room. I love guys who come in here and take this show way too seriously, and they're like, you're a Christian, why aren't you forgiving people? You didn't even have to say you're sorry, and I forgive you for coming in here being retarded. I mean, how nice of a guy am I? Jostrich says, did you see that the Keno Casino is stealing 2 of your goons? Oh, no, who? I don't see that as a bad thing. I think sharing is caring. But if Keno Casino, which, I'm gonna lay something down for you here, you're not gonna believe this, is a bigger show than this one. I know, right? If Keno Casino sees 2 people that we make fun of on this show as big enough to take on their show, I see that more as we did such a good job making fun of these guys. They got elevated, and now they're getting called up to a bigger show. Like, we're AA. Keno Casino is AAA, and who knows if they're going to make it to the bigs someday. Jostrich says Ed and Michelle. What? Are you serious? Do you have a clip? Do you have a link? I don't believe you. I don't believe you that Ed and Michelle are on Keno Casino. Keno Casino did say in a Stalin 19 clip recently that they would rather listen to me than the Quartering, that I'm a better show with more viewers and more money than the Quartering, and that's accurate. I don't know if you say Quartering, does your YouTube channel automatically shut off? I can't remember. What are the oranges for? But I think you're bullshitting me. Did Keno Casino really go over Ed and Michelle? Please send me a link. By the way, Main Vein says, read my fucking Rumble rant, Aaron. Crunchy needs her props. I thought I did. Oh, I'm sorry. Main Vein says, don't speak ill of Steel Toes John of Arc, Aaron. I think you mean Joan of Arc, but that's okay. It's on their preview for tonight. Oh, on the YouTube channel? Are they really talking about Ed and Michelle? That would make my heart. I hope they're nice, though. I hope they're nice, because Ed and Michelle are the absolute best. Where's the teaser for tonight? Come on now. I can't find it on Twitter. And do they have a Clips channel anymore on YouTube? Keno Casino. 4 hours ago. Is that too much for anyone else? Like, I like Keno Casino. I think they're funny. But is it just a little too much for anyone? Like, there is a point where I hit a level where I'm like, okay, the person I'm watching, like X person, is trying way too fucking hard. Like, I was watching Brennan today, and he was playing a Tukey clip, and Rocco was you could tell he was bothered by the fact that Kevin and Bob are going to have more people at their show than Hackamania had there. And he had way too much energy and way too much cortisol. So he's doing this really bad Kevin Brennan impression calling the club. And he's yelling. He's shouting. And I'm just sitting there looking at my phone going, okay, we got it. This is cope. Like, relax. Like, you're pressing way too hard. You're trying too hard. And, look, I've been doing this for a long time. I know what it sounds like when someone's insecure and they're pressing. But I'm just like, all right, just dial it back just a little bit, buddy. Have a little bit of confidence in what you're doing. And then he kind of fucked up because he called the club on a Tuesday And he said, "Oh, there's only 60 tickets sold." Hey, I've been running comedy shows for decades. If you have a 170 seater and on the Tuesday, the week of the show, you're already at 60 tickets, you're going to sell out. Because a comedy show sells, I would say, anywhere from 60 to 80% of its tickets in the last 48 hours. So once you get to like Thursday, I mean, shit, if they're already at 60 now and it holds $170, they're going to sell out. But now it's Wednesday night. And this is after, like, they said, we're canceling it. We're not canceling it. And they still got 60 tickets sold. I think that Tukey guy was really upset and embarrassed that he doesn't like that people are calling Hackamania a flop. I mean, when the biggest event there was some dirty Florida white trash fucking a tranny for $8,000. I mean, I'm sorry, your event was an embarrassment. And you didn't even have 100 people there. And he's, don't cope for that. Just have a sense of humor about it, Sometimes shit doesn't work. It happens. You guys got Dr. Steve in trouble. I mean, it was that event was far more trouble than it was worth. I'm sorry, Tukester. But, yeah, he was really uncomfortable. And it's just that shouting and trying too hard. It's like in the absence of being able to be funny. And the Kevin Brennan impression is not great. It's just yelling. Just be loud. That's what a lot of amateurs think. Like, I'll just be louder and that'll work. It's like, it sounds like you're trying to do an impression of what you think a good show is. It's brutal. And like when I hear the yelling and the bell ringing, I'm like, guys, give me a second. Ease into it a little. And it's like, don't just jam it in my asshole.
Just keeps getting worse. The walls keep closing in for Jeremy Hambly to wear the most dreaded.
All right, I got to fast forward through this. Fuck?
Let's fuck.
Now, there's a man who knows how to perform. There's a pro's pro. Give me a timestamp on that clip for when Ed and Michelle are in there. Oh, 12:55. Perfect. Okay, good. I was going to say, I can't go through this whole thing. PPP cuts a great wrestling promo, but damn, man. All right, so they're talking about Ed and Michelle?
Yeah, you were saying a more like a Mr. Morrow style, right?
Oh, man. Michelle and Ed? You're gonna see Michelle and Ed tonight, folks.
I love these.
Okay, now time out. I'm not like Jesse PS or Red Bar or any of these guys where if you take my guys, it's a blood feud. But I would like a little bit of recognition because Kino Casino does follow Steel Toe. And we've been talking about Ed and Michelle for years on this program. Years. I would like a little, hey, I found it watching Steel. Like, these guys are embarrassed. They don't want to admit they're watching Steel Toe. They don't want to admit that we do really good Ed and Michelle shit. It's a little disingenuous to act like you found them. Okay? And also, are you going to do the hack thing where you shit all over them? Because that would be lame as fuck. Just two older people from Ohio going to restaurants. Treat any retard, any hack can just play it and be mean. The funnier thing to do with Ed and Michelle is yes and play along. I mean, I love Ed and Michelle. I think they're great. But they got to admit that this is a Steel Toe thing, or I think it's like if Kino Casino and Steel Toe had never intersected any time before, we're such a small show that I'd be like, all right, I can, parallel thinking and all that. But there's no way they didn't hear about Ed and Michelle from Steel Toe.
Types of
these characters are fucked. They're fucked. Michelle just can't get the food in her mouth, buddy.
Oh no. Okay,
I don't think Ashton is really the guy to be talking about food etiquette. In fairness,
is it better? Is it the best of these guys?
She just keeps missing her mouth and getting her food all over her fucking shirt.
What do you mean?
She doesn't know where she is half the time.
Oh, okay.
Like you'll see like fucking Buddy Ed starts talking. I think she's just demented, to be honest.
This is it. I'm actually getting offended. This is an inaccurate description and an inaccurate reading of Ed and Michelle. And in fairness, PPP does this a lot. It's probably autism. he reads a lot into shit. And sometimes if you start going down the wrong road with a read, the rest of your read will get exponentially wrong. I don't know, man.
Honest, I think she's fucking demented. And she doesn't know where the fuck she is.
Man.
That's not it at all. I'm actually getting defensive of Michelle. This is weird. Michelle's nice. That's why you think she's demented. Ashton, I got bad news for you, buddy. We're demented. You're not okay. I'm not okay. Michelle's a normal person. Michelle's nice. Michelle is kind. Michelle has not a worry in the world. You're a high-strung autistic fuck. I'm a high-strung ADHD fuck. Michelle's normal.
All of these conversations, you guys are going to see. This is, by the way, the slop that these fuckers eat is
all right. That's fair.
Is it worse than every day?
Ever seen?
To show I'm not a hard-hearted, biased man, that is completely fair. But I think Kino Casino should do the right thing tonight and acknowledge that this was a target that they got from Steel Toe. In fact, I'm going to tweet this out tonight.
Dude.
Is it worse than every day is Saturday, you think?
Oh, yeah. No, it's like the places that these people are going to. It's like,
I can't.
Do Americans really eat this fucking slop?
Yeah, they do. Look, Ed and Michelle do not belong to me in any way, shape, or form. But I do feel a certain level of protectiveness of Ed and Michelle. Two things. Kino Casino has to admit that, I saw a Steel Toe cover in this. And the second thing is, these guys have a base level misunderstanding of what Ed and Michelle are all about. And I am defensive. Historically White says, suffer, Aaron. Ashton is the buddy guy. He is an annoying fat one-trick pony, says Kraken Slapping. Those guys are good. I just want them to admit they got it from the toe. That's all. I hope. Wait a minute. Here's a Worski tweet. I hope Worski and PPP at least give the hat tip to the toe tonight, as we have been covering Ed and Michelle for years. They are fantastic and kind people. You guys will have a blast covering them. There we go. All right. Now we're, not confrontational, not mean-spirited. And again, I feel like, I've got some breaking news here. I also feel like, again, Ed and Michelle have graduated to AAA from AA, and that means a lot. I do like that. Papa Shab says, you sound like a Hebe trying to get their attention. Well, I mean, it's only fair, Papa Shab, that they give me a little bit of credit for Ed and Michelle being covered by our program. If Steel Toe doesn't talk about them, they probably don't get enough views to get on the Kino Casino radar, and I think we all know this. Uh-oh. This quartering thing just keeps getting juicier and juicier. He's doxing now? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This quartering villain arc, I'm not as invested in a lot of this internet shit. I don't have sides, especially like the dorky right shit that these guys, the circles they run, Magic the Gathering and all this gay shit. So I can consume this as entertainment. I'm very intrigued by this quartering arc. I'm going to tell you, Jeremy only had two ways to make this work. There was the back down and apologize and get your shit together way, or it was the fuck it, I'm going to go perma heel and I'm going to just completely continue to ratchet up the pressure If he would have done anything in between those two things, he would have fucked himself. But he's striking channels. He's taking channels down, and it's working. People just mention his name, and all of a sudden, boom, gone, nothing. Meme copium had his channel taken down last night, which was terrible. I don't think it's right. But Jeremy is going full villain arc. He's doxing now. He's into the doxing arc. And you know what I kind of love about this shit? I love that I'm Aaron Imholt. I tell you my name on the show. I think if you're going to do a show, you can't expect anonymity. So these guys that go, I do a show, this guy doxed me. No, he didn't. You doxed yourself. Are you doing a show? I don't care if you're using a filter or you're pretending to be an acorn or whatever the fuck. Do you want to do a show? Well, part of doing a show is you're out there. All right? You can try to skirt that. You can try to trick that. It catches up with all of us. So if you're going to dox a guy's wife, if you're going to dox a guy's neighbor, if you're going to dox a guy's... he's going to think it's fair game to dox the shit out of everybody doing it, which, as a guy who's been doxed time and time and time again and is probably being doxed right now, them's the breaks. That's part of the admission, the price you pay. So there's this guy, Yellow Flash, who I've heard of. I don't know who he is. I've heard of him. But apparently he's been making videos about the quartering, and he's been criticizing him big time. So the quartering doxed him. Says, I want to give Yellow Flash huge respect for accepting a 1v1 debate tonight. That coward from Side Scrollers ran. But at least this Giga Chad is going to stand by the dozens of videos he's made spreading totally true facts about me. Huge ups to Yellow Flash. See you in an hour. And then everything is fair game. Where did the doxing happen? Because they're saying that this is Jeremy's doxing arc. I mean, here's my deal. You press a guy and you press a guy and you press a guy. This is part of what could happen. I mean, if you keep pressing a guy and you keep going, fuck Jeremy, fuck Jeremy, fuck Jeremy, fuck Jeremy, he's a bad guy, he's a bad guy, he's a bad guy. What if that guy decides that he's going to be a bad guy? That's one thing I don't respect about internet troll culture is the amount of dish it out but can't take it. We're going to fuck with it. Like they have this rule. They have these rules set up where they get to win all the time. And if you start winning, it's not fair. I mean, you can tell a lot of these guys that go after people online, they've been video game kids since they were like 3, and they always hit the reset button when they were losing. Carl does this a lot. Like Carl, we've decimated Carl. We've wrecked his confidence with the Steve thing, and I didn't even do anything to Steve. And Carl threw a fucking pussy fit. Now, Carl is a handicapped autist, but still, Carl's one of those guys who he'll harass John and harass John and harass John and harass John. And somebody will do the smallest little thing to push back. He'll be like, how could he do that? How could he do that? That's not okay. He's a piece of shit for doing that. Why couldn't he just... Carl decides he gets a little bit of traction by insulting this guy. And he destroys his entire channel's ability to grow beyond the Dabbleverse because he got a little bit of traction with this one guy, so he's going to obsess about him. That guy never wanted to be part of... I'm talking about John this time. That guy never wanted to be part of Carl's world. That guy never wanted to be part of his life or his show. Carl kept digging and digging and digging and digging and digging. So John said, fuck you, strike. One time. And then Carl goes, that's not fair. That's not nice. John just can't fight me back with jokes. Motherfucker, he didn't want to. He didn't ask for this. You didn't say I challenge you to a duel. And he said, I accept. You picked and you picked and you picked and you picked. And then you got hit back a little bit and you cried like a little faggot. And that, I mean, you and Shuli kind of do that. And that's why people are starting to disrespect you more and more. I mean, I come out and I just point out to people, I go, hey, that Dr. Steve kind of did a fucked up thing in court today. All of a sudden, Carl goes, I'm not doing my Aaron show anymore. He's just too big of a meanie. You are the guy who called me on the phone to tell me what a psycho Patrick Melton was and why he's so obsessed with me. And then a month later, when your audience pressured you, you caved in and joined in on the grift. So Don't sit here and say other people can't do it. Again, when you start losing, then you want to change the rules. Same thing with this Jeremy guy. They want to press him, they want to press him, and they want to press him. He didn't ask to have a back and forth with these people. Now he's going to do dirty, fucking low, underhanded heel shit. And they're like, oh, he's the bad guy. Oh, the cornering's terrible. Look what he's doing. Motherfucker, you started it. You wanted to point out what a piece of shit he is, and he is. I agree with you. And if I made my whole show about what a piece of shit the quartering was, and then the quartering did everything he could to shut me down, that's understandable. That's fair. If you can do it, you can do it. As long as you're not breaking the law, stalking, as long as you're keeping it online. Like, you don't get to do this thing where you fuck with a guy endlessly and he's not allowed to do anything back. These chicken shit retards, they want to fuck with a guy and then they go, wait. You're not allowed to fight back unless you do it exactly the way we want you to. Again, they want to play the video game on easy mode, and then when they lose on easy mode, they want to hit the reset button. Sorry, guys. That's gay. That's gay. So this Jeremy guy, he wants to strike people. He wants to go after people. Or I'm sorry, they want to go after him. So he wants to fight back by striking. That's kind of the risk you run in fucking with crazy retards. I mean, technically, what Jeremy's doing right now, does it not prove all of you guys right? This is what you thought he was. This is the scorpion and the frog. All right? He stung you. I mean, and by the way, why is he stinging? He's stinging because he knows it's over. He's stinging because he's been exposed. I mean, my big complaint about the quartering for years is that he's a punk bitch who has no political leanings. He just takes whatever milquetoast take he can have, puts the most algorithm-pleasing title on it, leftist owned with facts and logic, and then puts boring slop out there. That's been my problem with the quartering forever. So he's been exposed. It's all falling apart. He's going to shit. So he's going to take as many people down as he can with him. A cornered animal is dangerous. A dying animal can be obstinate. And that's what he's doing. He's fucked. He's done. There's videos coming out now of his wife clearly wanting to fuck his neighbor. Like, as Jimmy Carter said, she had lust in her eyes. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. And Jeremy can't run his dick licker. He doesn't know how to talk the talk. He doesn't know how to cut a promo. He's fucking dumb. So he's going to fight back the way he knows how. He's going to go after you. He's going to try to kneecap you. You portray him as the heel, and then you cry when he does heel shit. It's like John. They call, he's a wet-brained, weird, drunken heel, and he's a piece of shit. And they're like, he struck my channel. Well, how did you not know he was going to fucking do that? He's a piece of shit, drunken retard. They're gonna burn it down. Don't cry now, bitch. Main Vein with $1 says, oh, I'm sorry, Aaron. I was trying to text while driving. Autocorrect sucks. I'll try again. Crunchy is the Joan of Arc of Steel Toe. If it wasn't for her, the show wouldn't be square for the week. That's true. Main Vein with $1 says she deserves mad props. Yes, she does. Absolutely. 9/11 Swim says, I see the point Toe is trying to make. I can't laugh at Yellow Flash getting felted because I don't know him, so it's not that funny. I don't know a lot about him either. I know what he does. I'm just not familiar with his work. Uh-oh. There we go. But yeah, I mean, you fuck with a psycho. Historically White says Renaissance video was brutal. I don't know a lot of these videos you're referencing. We're square for the week. We can do some Jeremy content. Jeremy quartering Renfest. Am I going to find it there? There's him looking like he looks like an old drunk trucker now. Jeremy Hambley, a.k.a. the quartering, caught perving on women at a Renaissance festival. All right, but that's the Kino Casino one. So they're like me. They're going to pause it every 9 seconds. And unless it's me doing it, it's fucking obnoxious. I want to find the link. This is the problem. I just want to see the quartering Renfest. I just want the straight up video. That's it. Might have significant brain damage from alcohol use. Well, you know, who doesn't? All right, casino guys, fine.
Himself. So when he defended
MILF, we would have got Keeney. You know, we would have got her on camera. Here.
Okay.
Wait, so he's just like filming people. He's just filming women walking around a Renaissance. Yeah, that's fucking weird, dude. Don't do that.
MILF.
What he? There's a kid. There's a kid.
Got on camera. Here.
Okay.
Here's a MILF.
What he? There's a kid. There's a kid.
She's
there.
right there. No, but she's right there. She's like 2 feet away, and you call her a MILF.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It's fucking creep. Okay, I understand what he's saying, but it's creepy either way. It's just creepy in different ways. If she's way across, like at the mead stand, and you go, oh, look at that MILF. I mean, you're staring over at the mead stand, drooling over a woman and filming her and talking about her when she can't hear you. That's fucked up. If she's standing right next to you and you're so brazen that you say the same thing, it's still fucked up. It's just in a different variety.
Like,
we would have got her on camera.
What's wrong with you?
Here's a
carrots and green beans are both vegetables. It's just different kinds.
MILF.
Oh my God.
You think she was happy about that?
Okay, see, this is why I didn't want to do this. I only want to play the actual video clip. I don't need to hear incessant pausing. I didn't think we were going to do this tonight, so I kind of need if you have a clean link for this, the quartering Renfest. I'm killing my own show right now. Quartering was creeping on women at the fair. Yeah, here's an hour and 23 minutes.
I know. I want to put some babies in some bellies here, huh?
Yeah.
Like, hey, baby. I know. I want to put some babies in some bellies here.
That's it. God, fucking the internet forgot how to clip. I don't know what happened, but the internet just straight up forgot how to clip. Can't you just show us the fucking thing? Oh, well. Everybody's got to have something to say. For Christ's sake, guys. So we went to, check Alyssa clips. That's a great idea. That's a good source. Alyssa clips is a good, but didn't she get all of her Jeremy shit taken down? Didn't he go after her too? I mean, Copium under attack. Yeah, see, it's all Kino Casino. Which, again, they do a good show and all, but we don't have just like, again, the clean clip of him doing it. Onawall says this is compressed. All right, it's fine, dude. Whatever, just to be able to get the fucking clean clip, that would be fine. Oh, God, it's the fucking casino guys, too. Ashton's so butt ugly, though.
Can you just record the wenches? Sure. Let me find some. A nice young lady there. I want to put some babies in some bellies here, huh? You want me to put a baby in your belly?
All right, that's enough. First of all, why are we filming? This actually does drive me nuts. You're at a Renaissance festival. They're fun. I'm not going to shit on him for going to those. They're a good time. But like, if you like that era, but like experience it. Quit living this moment through your phone. Just go to the Renaissance Festival and go with some friends. Don't go alone. That's and enjoy yourself.
Most of the heaving chests are up front.
All right, tits.
Going to the brothel. Hey, you know where the brothel is?
This is making me really uncomfortable.
What I'm going to do for Gen Con, too. We got corset, and I see one coming up. I'll get the wenches to you heathens. I'm trying to find some, like, premium quality boobage. There are a lot of...
Oh, God, this guy... He's just a dork is what it is. He's a fucking nerd.
Thick girls. See, if you're in a thick girls, Ren Fair is worth it. I don't see very many trannies. This is boring. This is a kid's area. With voluptuous wenches.
Stop recording kids and people walking by. Stop being an IRL streamer. You're just talking because you feel like you need to fill space.
I will find you some wenches. But when I do, you better be thankful. There's one for you. I'm looking for somebody whose cup overfloweth. I'm on the hunt for wenches. Better thank me for this one. I'm going in for the tight shot, okay?
Oh my God, just go jack off. Fucking enough. Boobs, right, guys? I'm a heterosexual. Now I hope his wife was fucking the skydiving guy. What do they call him? Sky Bull? I hope she was fucking that guy now. She deserves it. She's earned it. Being with this fucking perv gooner.
Okay, I'll come back for another shot. Her butt's like, did I look casual? Circled around.
Somebody needs to say something.
She'll never know. I'm like a teenager.
See, now these are the kind of drop-ins that I like.
I will find you a wench. I'm going to find the wenchiest bartender I can. Check my balls.
Jeremy.
Wench, show me thine loins.
Speech check is selfish.
Didn't
even basically whispered it after she turned her back.
He's filming her feet. He's filming her feet.
Please contain yourself. The old Puma sneakers. Yep, there's a black. Miss Epic Booty Maven already. We'll see her again. Her ass was like legit hanging out.
All right, we get the idea. I mean, if you saw the first 20 seconds of that video, you saw the whole video. Jeremy's he's not the best writer in the world. 9/11 Swim says the 2 mortgages make me think he knows he's fucked. Okay, you guys are gonna have to update me on some of this stuff because you got to remember, the Vikings just had the NFL draft. The Timberwolves are heading into Game 6 against the Nuggets. The Wild are 1 win away from eliminating the Stars. The Twins are going on. I'm not following Jeremy all fucking day, you know? So you got to fill me in on like the 2 mortgages. I know that like for the last year or two, he's been whining about the coffee. Like the coffee isn't selling or who wants to buy fucking coffee? You go to the store, coffee's everywhere. But I called it coffee brand coffee. Wow. Great brainstorming for the mind of fucking Steve Jobs of ground beans. 9/11 Swim says 80,000 consumer debt for coffee brand coffee. He's going to go bankrupt. Well, that's just it. Like, this shit doesn't, like, you got to get to a sustainable point. You can't act like every boom is going to last forever and every bust is going to last forever. Papa Shab says Sky Bowl and Jew Bowl and the third mystery. Wait, hold on. Time the fuck out. There's more than one bowl. I thought Sky Bowl was Neighbor Bowl. So Neighbor Bowl is Jew Bowl. Sky Bowl is Sky Bowl. Like I said, guys, I watch sports. I'm a guy. All right? I distract myself with sports, not overweight Wisconsinite men. Although that would technically be football. So I don't know about all the Bulls. I know the Chicago Bulls. Not currently playing, I believe. They're telling me that I missed some good stuff, that I should keep it going. All right.
Please contain yourself. The old Puma sneakers. Yep, there's a black. Miss Epic Booty Maven already. We'll see her again. Her ass was like legit hanging out.
Target acquired.
There's a darkie. I see a thought right there.
Oh,
Excited.
no.
Moving in for closer look. Not creepy at all.
He really is crazy.
You know who's got you? Papa Jeremy.
Oh, God!
The pink hair is scaring me. Oh, she's like 10.
Oh, burn him. Burn him alive. Ew. Did you hear that?
The pink hair is scaring me. Oh, she's like 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy from the Quartering. I apologize. His career is not over. Please welcome the new host of Nobody Likes Onions, Jeremy Hambly. It'll be perfect. An unfunny fat fuck who's into 10-year-olds. People look for seamless transitions.
Cleavage cam. I like where we're standing for the people watching right now.
They get the ick,
right
like...
now.
Is it
To
really?
about 400.
You're pressing him about it! Like,
Here's the link.
All right, that's a lot. That's fucking a lot. That's a lot.
Ready, boys? You slide.
Can someone tell H3?
Over and over and over again. Like, it's just, okay.
There was one. I missed her while I was zooming out.
There's one.
No, this is safe from degeneracy. I'm not even worried about it. Huzzah! Let's get back to work, boys. We're on Thought Patrol. In real life, that gets you arrested.
Oh my God, did I just see a time bar that said this is an hour and 25 minutes of 2 hours and 12 minutes? Jesus.
Little sprightly girl. Like it, love it, want some more of it. She was cute.
No! No!
Right.
I agree with Ashton. Take the glasses off, rub your face. Now, what I'm interested in, now you guys have me fucking fascinated about this Jeremy shit. What's up with the Bulls? Because I don't know about, like, I thought there was one bull and one wife. I'm trying to figure out if Anthony Edwards is going to come back if we make it to the second round of the Western Conference playoffs. I'm trying really hard to get into hockey. I can't keep up. On a Wall with $1 says you missed when he was showing a woman's ass and then figured out, oh, she's like 10. Yeah, we caught that one the second time around. Oh, God. He was checking out that's the thing about, like, when you try to do those IRL streams, less is more. Take it from a guy who went viral for his protest coverage. There are some things that I'm allowed to give advice on, all right? I got more views on my shit already this year than any of those Dabbleverse guys. Pick your show. I got more views than any of them will have. All right. And that's just on my secondary platform of YouTube. Probably over 1 million for the year already. And the reason I got there was because I went down there and I let the action speak for itself. I didn't feel the need to incessantly blather over every second. That's insecurity. That's you thinking you're not being funny or entertaining enough. It's a fucking protest or it's a Renaissance festival. It's an event. Let the event breathe a little bit. You don't need to comment on every fucking ass or pair of tits you see. That's how you end up staring at a 10-year-old, Jeremy, you fucking creep. $1 from Rob says, hey, Aaron, maybe you should talk to your new friends about Jeremy over there. Yeah, maybe we should invite Jeremy to Crossroads Mall. Perhaps. See, now people are talking about his 2 mortgages and everything else. So why shouldn't he be allowed? Here's my question. If everyone else can dig into the Jew Bowl and the Sky Bowl, and everybody can dig into the mortgages and everything, everybody can dig into all that stuff, why can't he dox people? I'm asking that as a real human being, not some internet retard. And by the way, none of these guys play by the rules because when they get desperate enough, they all break them. So stop pretending there's rules. Explain to me how, if you get to do this to this guy, why can't he tell people where you live? You're putting embarrassing, humiliating shit about him out there, which, again, I'm fine with. But I'm also fine with him giving out your home address. I mean, if we're going to get autistic and weird and retarded about this, you can't have rules. There's no rules at that point. Papa Shab says he offered up this information on his own and the Jew Bowl was found through a Reddit glitch. Oh, man. But, like, don't we feel better for his wife that she's getting dicked down by these other dudes? Like, isn't that good for her? Because he's a mess. And isn't he like going on dates with that Melanie Mack when they're at America Fest? Isn't he going, remember when the other girl, Claire, had to rescue Melanie Mack because they were going to go watch the football game and Melanie Mack didn't want to and her boss was borderline sexually harassing her? I think that's... Anawal says she and the Sky Bowl are very cute. Oh, that's nice. Sam Show says Melanie Mack just got married. Yeah, to another fucking gay dude. They found some kind of social media thing, and it's like, oh no. Because, like, Melanie Mack married a guy, they got divorced, he's gay, it turns out. Melanie Mack is a fag hag. She just can't stop marrying gay guys. And she married another gay guy. Come on. On a Wall with $1 says he saw a lady with kids and said, she's got kids, so we know she's down to F, and it wasn't quiet. He's a fucking puke. He sucks. People are saying that the Sky Bull and the quartering are cute together. Hold on a minute. By the way, Brian says, well, doxing is illegal. No, it's not. Releasing private information is illegal. Most people, their address is not private. It's just, most people, nothing's really private. Fucking internet lawyers are the worst. Yeah, actually, this thing is illegal. Like, remember when that retard Dr. Steve found out that he'd really fucked himself over and needed to divorce from all this internet shit because he's a retarded boomer? And he went, oh, isn't that against HIPAA? Aren't you supposed to be a fucking doctor, dipshit? No, your neighbor is not bound by HIPAA laws. Doctors, health insurance companies, they're bound by HIPAA laws. Not some random fuck who found out something. That was embarrassing. Average plumber dropping 20 memberships on the toe. Holy winged butt fucking monkeys. That is fantastic.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Holy balls. Unbelievable. 20 gifted membership by Average Plumber. So, we're over by about $100. Do we put that? Now, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to put that towards tomorrow morning, or do you want to say fuck the morning? I think you guys have earned it. I think it should stay right here. Thank you guys for an amazingly profitable no goal night tonight. That's been fantastic. Vince Griswold says, you'd think Doctor's Note writing Steve would have been smarter. Yeah, but he wanted to, this is the thing. These people don't have real friends or real family. So they want to impress their internet guys. It's the most pathetic thing in the world. It makes you feel sad for these fucking retards. They don't, none of them understand that they're the lol cows. It's odd. Melissa Space says, you can tell Quartering is an ultra gooner by the way he scans a crowd. He's a pig. Yeah, that is troubling for sure. Bapa Shab says, Quartering did the one thing you cannot do as a content creator on the internet. Which one is that? Be a fat fucking retard with milquetoast political takes? I agree. 9/11 Swim says, Steve is a retarded boomer Jew. Carl is a cow. 9/11 Swim so far batting 1,000 tonight. Great work, son. All right, let's continue on. We weren't going to do any Quartering stuff tonight because my audience, does the evening show audience like this shit and the morning show audience only has a bug up their ass about it? Because if you guys want to do shit like this in the evening a little more often, I mean, obviously Average Plumber likes it. Other people like it. Cole Johnson likes it. 270 people seem to like it. Who knows? Bapa Shab says striking. No. Don't get me wrong. Me personally, I think striking is fucking gay. I think it's insanely gay. But what I'm saying is if you're going to beat the guy and bash the guy, you got to expect that he might do some gay shit if he's a chicken shit coward. Here's the thing. All these people talking shit about the Quartering have watched him do shit that make them right. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm trying to say there? They're saying Jeremy's a chicken shit. He's a coward. He's this and that. Well, then he struck your channel. How can you not see these things coming? You agree that he's a chicken shit and he's a coward and he's a heel. He's doing chicken shit, cowardly heel stuff. Bigot on Socialist Media says, I think people on both sides of this Quartering thing may be obsessed. A lot of these channels that are getting big viewership from it, though, it's money and you do this for a living, and I can understand that you need the Quartering to make a buck. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you admit it. I don't think the Keno Casino guys would say, yeah. I mean, when iDubbbz was hot, we needed iDubbbz to make a buck or two. He made us a lot of money. Jeremy made us a lot of money. Absolutely, they'd admit that. It's people who can't admit that are, again, kind of chicken shit and lol cows. Bappa Shab says he literally hit himself in the nuts as hard as possible over and over again and blamed them. That's true. That's a good point as well. Speaking of hitting yourself in the nuts over and over again and blaming other people, have you seen, and I hope you haven't, I didn't hear about this until today, this 45-year-old nurse who fainted on a Carnival cruise ship because she saw, oh, by the way, speaking of Carnival cruise ships. So I'm in the sauna today, right? Shut up. And I talked about those two black guys who came in and they were playing loud videos on speakerphone, turned all the way up and laughing. And you're like, guys, could we invest in some headphones? So anyway, that wasn't the only stereotype from that sauna moment. The two black guys were talking. He's like, yo, man, you booked that cruise? And the other guy went, yeah, we're going to be on Carnival. And I'm just like, yep. Sure are. Anyway, there's this woman. She's white. Her name's Diana Sanders. She was on a Carnival cruise. She fell. She lost consciousness. She fainted. And she suffered a concussion, headaches, possible traumatic brain injury, back injuries, tailbone injuries, bruising, and other injuries. She is set to receive $300,000 from the Carnival Cruise Line for these injuries. Video came out of this woman, and it turns out that she downed 14 shots of tequila that night on this cruise ship. And she's going to make $300,000. And it sounds like they just released video of this not too long ago. But it sounds like this thing must already be in the pipeline or whatever, because you'd think they should be able to take back their $300,000. Let's watch a couple of clips of this. This is just really, I mean, the lack of dignity people have when you know that you took all these shots and you did all this shit, and then you'll still take the $300,000. I mean, it's just really bottom of the barrel dog shit behavior.
This is my client, Diana.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man, thank you so much to the evening show crowd. These last two shows have been so much fun. I like literally sometimes I'm not ready for it. You know what I mean? Like that voice just, it pierces you. Like it's attacking, like it's hitting you. Like it's kicking you square in the chest. You're like, hey guys, here's a video of what are the oranges even for? You know, here's a video of a woman who won $300,000 in a frivolous lawsuit where she did 14 shots of tequila and then she fell down and she's still getting the cruise ship to pay for all her injuries. And the first thing I hear is, here is my client. The name is Diane. I'm like, oh, give me a moment. Just let me recover quickly. I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you, sir. Go ahead.
This is my client, Diana Sanders. She's a nurse from Northern California. She was a passenger on the Carnival Radiance. She was served 15 shots of tequila.
Whoa!
In about 8 hours. She woke up not knowing exactly how she got there.
She was very injured. Look, I know this is the norm. You get overserved. The cruise ship is liable. But can't you fucking behave? Like, shouldn't you be held responsible? This is kind of like, I always say that with like home invaders. You know, here in Minnesota, you're supposed to retreat first. But let's say you capped a couple of them. And as a message, the judges and the prosecutors all let you go. And they said, nah, in Minnesota, it's okay. Someone breaks into your house, drill them. And then all of a sudden, you would start to see home invasions start to go down. Because it's a death sentence. Same thing with being overserved. You're a big girl. You can order 2 shots of tequila and call it a night. You can even order 3 shots of tequila and call it a night. If you decide to do 14 or 15 shots of tequila, yeah, the bartender should be able to take a look at you and go, I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable serving you. But now you got a complaint. Maybe that bartender loses his job. Who knows? You're kind of fucked either way. But if you fall down and you fuck yourself up and then that cruise ship is on the line for $300,000, that doesn't seem right. And maybe, just maybe, if 1 time or 2 times or 3, like a few times in a row, some drunk retard fell down, busted their shit open, and got 0 for it, people might hold themselves more accountable.
At the bottom of the staircase in the crew area, Diana, tell us a little bit about your experience in the
What were you doing in the crew area?
Case and in the trial.
The case, waking up after blacking out and going to the
Blacking out, we call that going on a Carnival cruise.
crew and asking them for help and asking them to tell me what happened was extremely frustrating. They gave me conflicting information. They treated me like a criminal. I was very concerned that they wouldn't tell me exactly what happened to me. And so I went to get a lawyer so I could get those tapes and find out what happened. And
Wow, that was really quick. So I went to a lawyer, just to get the truth, just to find out what would happen. Making my house payment would be nice.
come to find out they have all the tapes right before, but nothing afterwards, and they will not show us what happened that day.
What was it like for you taking on a corporate giant like Carnival?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Your client is a drunken bimbo. She's not Aaron Brockovich, you douche. You don't have to lay it on so thick. What does it feel like to take on such a giant corporation?
Spent 2 years litigating this case.
Yeah, I did. I felt.
Oh, this guy made 180 of that 300. Hey, I bought a Hellcat and had to pay the taxes out of my own pocket.
I felt like everything they did was to either mentally torment me or financially torment me. It was a lot for the last 2 years.
And
Oh, man, you know what you should do? You should go have a shot. You seem stressed.
how'd you feel when a Miami jury, it was 8 women from Miami, you're from California, when they returned the verdict in your favor after 5 days, how did that feel?
5
It
days.
felt amazing. First of all, I love Miami. I've had a great experience here with
I bet you have. I bet you've had a great time in Miami.
other people, and so I was really happy when I saw the jury as my peers. And I felt like the whole time they saw right through what the defense was trying to do, how they tried to defame my character.
Defame your character? You're a drunken hussy who got fucked up and fell down. There's no character to defame.
Things they brought up that had nothing to do with the case. They were just trying to criminalize, bully me, and make me look like a
They
bad.
weren't criminalizing you. This wasn't a criminal case. This was a civil trial. They were just trying to point out, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this bitch was hammered. All right?
Human being. It's hard to be an ugly person.
You are a
You-
lovely person.
You know what I've always known about great people? They always refer to themselves as great people. I'm a dick.
And it's been a privilege to represent you.
I'm sure it has.
Over service of alcohol cases.
He's like, it's been a pleasure to represent you. He hits the auto start on his boat. Oh, no. You have to go that way to your car. I'm going, that's for me. We're done, you and I.
Are extremely difficult. Passengers have a responsibility to drink responsibly.
Right.
But cruise lines also have a responsibility to serve responsibly. And when you serve somebody who's visibly intoxicated repeatedly, drink after drink after drink, it can lead to disastrous consequences.
So his defense is essentially, come on, my client's a fat drunk. What are we doing here? Okay, hold on. Cruise ship lawyer. I got to look into this. Boy, is he an ambulance chasing sack of shit. Cruise ship lawyer. Miami? Now, that's what it said on the thing. It said cruise ship lawyer TT. Hold on. Cruise ship lawyer /TT. Is it Spencer Ehrenfeld? Ew, is this the guy? Yep, there's our boy. There he is. He's an ambulance chaser for cruise lines. He sues cruise lines. Let me just... Sir. Ehrenfeld. Uh-huh. Oh, but he did. But he has sued Holy Land Israel Cruise. Oh my God, this man has no shame. Unbelievable with this guy. You know, that I kind of respect. I got to be honest. That I kind of respect. He sued the Jewish cruise company.
Oh, buddy!
What?
Sam Show says that is kind of funny. His job is specifically suing cruise lines. Yeah. Specifically. How was your time on the cruise? Oh, are you from the cruise line? Not exactly. Did you have a fall or a spill or a confrontation with the staff or another passenger? No, why? Get the fuck out of here then. Wow. Bro, sued the tribe. Friendly fire. Not cool. Hold on. As a lawyer who sues cruise lines on behalf of injured passengers, I often must travel to remote and even exotic locations to take depositions of crew members. Is this all about the Holy Land? Hold on.
Hi, I'm Spencer Ehrenfeld. I'm in the beautiful port of...
How long ago was this? This was a while back. He doesn't look like that anymore.
Of Haifa.
This was 9 years ago. Wow. He had work done and it didn't take. That's what happened.
Hi, I'm Spencer Ehrenfeld. I'm in the beautiful port of Haifa, Israel. We're about an hour...
I bet you are. Where's your condo?
From Tel Aviv and an hour and a half from Jerusalem. This is a must-visit destination for any cruise ship passenger.
Now let me tell you why I'm suing them.
Behind me is the Norwegian Spirit, and today we're in Haifa because I was taking the deposition of a Norwegian crew member in a maritime medical malpractice case. As a personal...
Oh. So I don't think he was suing members of the tribe. He was suing the Norwegian cruise line and their doctor in a medical malpractice deal in the Holy Land Israel cruise circuit. Okay. Yeah, Sam Show, no shit. All this guy does is sues cruise lines.
Lawyer who sues cruise lines like Norwegian. I'm required to go around the world doing inspections and depositions in order to prove our clients' cases. It's important that you understand this. If you're injured on a Norwegian, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, or any of the major cruise lines coming to or from Israel, claims against those cruise lines for slip, trip, and falls, or medical malpractice, or other types of incidents must be filed not here in Israel, but in the United States Federal District Courthouse in Miami, Florida, within 1 year of the date of the incident.
What a fucking dick.
We urge you to contact an experienced maritime accident attorney as soon as possible because of this 1 year statute. And some cruise lines, like Norwegian, require written notice within a few months of the incident or your claim can be disallowed. Contact our office today. We're passionate about holding cruise lines accountable when they put their profits ahead of passenger safety. My name's Spencer Ehrenfeld, and we're
wait, is that our guy, Spencer? Yeah, Spencer's our guy.
Ready to help. Thank you.
Spencer Mark Ehrenfeld, Esquire. And he just happened to be in Israel that day. Ain't that grand? I like that guy. I like him. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I thought somebody had the doctor name. Shoot. Bapa Shab says one of the cruise ship cabins explodes randomly. 9/11 Swim says, how did boomer Americans believe and trust these Ehrenfeld types? Because they all started going to non-denominational churches and they all started listening to Pat Robertson and Joel Osteen and the prosperity gospel and Paula White. And they went, Jews, they're the Old Testament. I'm a Christian, we're the New Testament. We're like the same. They murdered your savior and they reject his divinity. They're no longer the chosen people. What are you doing? What the fuck are you talking about? Like boomers and their inability to like go to mass, so they wanted to watch it on TV. They got hooked up with these prosperity gospel evangelical cunts, and they convinced them that Judeo-Christian was a real thing. Oh my God, I am not fucking kidding you. Guys, you saw I didn't say a fucking word. I didn't type anything. Look in the bottom right corner of this Ehrenfeld trial lawyer's website. Look at the bottom right. These cruise ship chasing sacks of shit already have a bot DMing me. Let's see what it says. Welcome to our site. If you need help, simply reply to this message. We are online and ready to help. A bunch of IDF soldiers barged in on me taking a shit on a cruise ship, and the U.S. refuses to prosecute. Can you take my case? Let's have some fun with Ehrenfeld trial lawyers. They don't seem too eager to respond to this one. A bunch of IDF soldiers barged in on me taking a shit on a cruise ship, and the U.S. refuses to prosecute. Can you take my case? I have colitis, and they startled me, and it caused a lot of damage, physical and emotional. Help. They don't want to take my case. Shoot. Well, I thought we were getting somewhere. I mean, look, you asked me, I didn't ask you. I was just trying to give you some business. Apparently, I'm a piece of shit. On a wall says, I almost spit my tea. You're welcome. Historically White says, Aaron, no, they're going to kill you. 9/11 Swim says, Gabe Hoffman's going to be on your ass, son. Oh, you mean Mossad Hoffman? I don't need Mossad Hoffman. It's funny. Ethan Ralph was shitting on Gabe Hoffman on Twitter today, I saw. And he goes, Gabe Hoffman is a Mossad agent. And I'm like, oh, no shit, really? No way. You mean Gabe Hoffman has loyalty to Israel, but he's so subtle about it. Are you kidding? Bapa Shab says, say you were kidnapped from the cruise ship and raped at an IDF black site. Don't forget to say that they stole your passport. They didn't want to talk to me. Schnozum says, incoming tomahawk, watch out. Ah! Duck and cover. Welcome to the show, guys. You've got, once again, the evening show being absolutely incredible. 27 memberships on Rumble away from 700. Ah, fuck. Baba Shab says most rich Jews are bagmen for Mossad. Yeah, I don't blame Mossad for that either. Like, if you had wealthy Jewish Americans, I'd reach out to them too and try to make them an asset. Why wouldn't you? So anyway, we have the video of this woman drinking, by the way. So this is the lady who got the $300,000 from her Jewish cruise ship lawyer. for falling down. Oh my God, look at this shit. Oh, I never want to go on a cruise, period. I just don't like the idea of being inside of a ship. And it's just, I know they dock for, on beaches and shit like that. I just don't like the idea of being in there. And then there's the poop cruise documentary and all this shit. But like Carnival especially is like the dive bar of cruises. And, it looks it.
In this never-before-seen surveillance video, you can see Diana ordering shots of tequila at one bar after another. Here, 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 all in just over an 8-hour period.
Her eyes were glossy. You don't have to be a toxicologist. You can tell by listening to this lady, she's drunk.
She says she...
So she's just a hot white mess. Oh, wait, is she talking to... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now I know how she injured her tailbone. I'm not talking about going on a Disney cruise or going on a Norwegian cruise line. I'm talking about carnivaling for a living. I'm talking about mud sharking. Haley would love this cruise.
He's drunk.
She says she eventually blacked out and was severely...
Yeah, I bet. You blacked out, he blacked in.
...injured after falling down a flight of stairs. Carnival claims the fall never happened.
I found bruises and I was like, where did I get these bruises? And they couldn't tell me. They said
it was an anaconda attack. Wait, so Carnival's saying that there's no evidence she ever fell? What a bitch. But Mr. Ehrenfeld said she was very, very injured.
I never fell and I never went into anybody's room.
Body cam video shows her being escorted by ship security back to her stateroom where she drunkenly confronted her two shipmates.
If you were my friend for 30 years, if you were my friend for 30 years.
And this never...
Oh, shit. She is fucking hammered. Oh, boy. It happens, though. Sometimes people drink too much and they take a little bit of the wild side dicking and then they feel ashamed and then they, cry wolf. At least she didn't accuse him of rape. That's kind of nice of her, She just called a Jew to sue the cruise line. Oh, my. Sam Show says, sloppy bitch is licking her lip. Oh, dude, how is it? You know what's worse is that I had in my head Carnival cruise, drank a lot, regrets it. I had all these like stereotypes in my mind. And once again, like we always do on this show, I went, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. And just like always, it ends up being true, but it's shown to be true before I say it. And I'm like, oh, I should have went with my gut. Go. I was going to say she took 17 tequila shots. She fucked a black dude and she's embarrassed because it's a Carnival cruise, right? And then what ended up happening? She drank a shitload of tequila. She hooked up with a black guy. She felt embarrassed. So she said she fell. Duh. Just because it sounds kind of racist doesn't mean you didn't hit the nail on the head. Darkwind says she's acting like Aaron after 3 beers. Hey, that's slander. I would never fuck a black dude under 5 beers. Wait, what? 9/11 Swim says taking a wild side dicking is one of the craziest toeisms of all time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Ryan the Garbage Man says she did have quite a forehead on her. And look, there's certain features are a tell. That's for sure. Is that what I said? Take a wild side dicking? Fuck. Dude, sometimes I forget that I'm one of the funniest guys alive. I forget that sometimes. Nobody says wild side dicking. I say that shit. Nobody else thinks of it. Thank you very much. I had 1 beer. I've been farting the entire last hour of this show. You know how I'm like ADHD as fuck and I can never make eye contact with the camera? When I'm telling you that, I can make eye contact with the camera. I've been making this chair vibrate for a solid 45 minutes. I don't know what to tell you. Silver Wolf with $1. says only cruise line I trust is Daisy Cruise. Yeah, until fucking Ehrenfeld gets on there and starts, turning over couch cushions. Yankee, can you say Sambo? He says she gets shit-faced on a cruise, roughed up by Sambo, then hires Super Jew to sue the cruise line. This is typical fat white girl behavior, right? Tofa male arc coming soon. I can't read those last two. Papa Shop says Wild Wild West dicking. No, now you've ruined it. Thank you guys very much for getting down to 27 memberships away from 700. If we don't have expirations tomorrow, which I don't think we do, we should be able to hit 700. But you guys have done enough. Make the morning do the rest of it. All right. AOC. AOC got cornered by TMZ and they had a little powwow. They did a little I would take this question as a would you rather. But they asked AOC if she believes a woman or a gay will become president first. And obviously, my answer to the question is it doesn't matter as long as I'm dead. I don't care. That's what I'm dying for. All these politicians. That's why I hate news shows where they're like, I'm done. He's a communist. This person's a right-wing fascist. It's shut the fuck up. None of you know what that means. None of our people in office are communists or fascists. Bro, you want to see a guy so right-wing that my audience would like him? Have a guy start at answering that question that way. Do you know how quickly that guy would be canceled and just done? Hey, Senator Aaron, what do you think? A female president or a gay president? I don't really give a shit as long as I'm long dead before it happens. And straight faced, no sell it. Don't laugh. Make tragedy today an offensive moment where all women and the LGBTQ community were slandered all at once by a fascist Nazi senator. And even that's not Nazi shit. That's still quite a ways away. That's just indifference. That's not how are we going to make them president when they're in labor camps? That would be a relatively Nazi answer. So I hate watching political commentary when people are this person's a communist, this person's a fascist. Neither of them are even close. They don't impress me much. Oh.
Hey, if you could click your fingers and Tucker Carlson is president instead of Donald Trump, would you do it?
Fuck yeah, that would be awesome. Would he finally admit that he doesn't trust Jews, or would he keep weasel wording his way around it? That is the most uncomfortable part of watching Tucker, is watching him say, Israel, the Netanyahu government. It's okay, I know you're saying that, but the things you're saying implies Jews. They're going to call you an anti-Semite for criticizing Netanyahu's government. Earn it, bitch. Yes.
I don't know. I don't think so.
What? Gas is at $4 a gallon. Your constituents are drowning. Tucker would guarantee not go to war with Iran, and you still wouldn't do that because you're dumb. She's cute, though. I like her.
But it's kind of a toss-up. I'm not really sure.
Okay, last thing then. What do you think we're going to have first? Are we going to have a female president first or a gay president?
Hopefully a flood. I want to give all the possible answers that I could give before she gives hers, because her answer is gonna suck.
Okay, last thing then. What do you think we're going to have first? Are we going to have a female president first or a gay president?
Nuclear war.
What do you think we're going to have first? Are we going to have a female president first or a gay president?
The Chinese colonization of the United States of America.
What do you think we're going to have first? Are we going to have a female president first or a gay president?
Super AIDS. All right, let's let her answer.
Oh, well, we don't know if we've already had a gay president.
See, this is where I would see. She wants to be funny. Bitch, you want to play? All right, here, we'll play. Yeah, I know. Barack Obama fucked that guy in the limo. Remember that? She'd be like, whoa, that's not what I meant. That's not, no. Like, turn her joke against her. Like, we don't know if we'd had a gay president. All right, because Michelle Obama's got a cock? What? No, that's not. Is that what? No, that's not what I said. I swear. He was just sucking on him, right? He was just one after the other, like they were fucking pistachios. Come on, right? No, I didn't mean that at all. I meant Jefferson. But Jefferson was slamming black slaves. Shut up, bitch. Come on. You know that Obama was drinking the goo.
That's true.
I think there are chances that maybe
They called him Steel Toe Obama.
we have, but I don't know.
If you had to guess, what do you think we'll have first? Because a lot of people are like, we tried female candidates a couple times in a row.
But they were all retards. One of them was definitely a war criminal. Probably led to Muammar Gaddafi being sodomized to death in the streets. So, some darkness there.
They didn't work out. So, like, Democrats are now a little bit hesitant about doing it again.
I mean, honestly, I think anything can happen. I don't really buy into the skepticism. A man has lost almost every presidential election.
Oh, shit. That's a good one, you mouthy bitch. That's shut up. No. It's true, though. Man has lost almost every. We do have a higher win percentage than women, though.
As well.
I'm looking at you, Victoria Woodhull.
And so when it comes to women, you know, I think it's more about what we're actually fighting for, right? As opposed to the body that we're in. And so I think it's about not taking, big money, fixing campaign finance reform and trying to fight for people and, raise wages and help people make a living. And I
love this. She doesn't want to answer the question. She doesn't want to piss off the gays or the gals.
I think that if we have someone who fights for the right things and speaks to the right people, then, maybe we can overcome the gender gap in that and be able to make history. But I think it's really important that we're able to talk in a way that, really speaks to people's hearts.
You're going to hate me for saying this. She's getting smarter. I'm not saying she's brilliant. I'm not saying she's like a genius or anything. I'm not saying we're going to have the Gore Vidal, William F. Buckley debates or anything like that. But I'm saying, like, she's not as dumb as she used to be. Like, she can give you a bullshitty political answer now. Whereas before, it was like, what is Aleppo, basically? I don't know. She's not as... you can tell she's getting smarter, by the way, at the political questions, because she didn't go anywhere near woman president or gay president. She just fucking ran her mouth until the interviewer forgot what his question was. That's how you answer that question. Anawal says, Meme did say you didn't have a good Indian accent. Oh. Well, fuck him. Meme Copium's just made an enemy for life. I don't do a good Indian accent. Well, let me tell you something, you down under Jap-loving piece of shit. I'll fucking kill you. No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not. I just didn't know what I was going to say. I'm not going to. That was not a death threat to me. I was joking. It was a joke. Thank God nobody watches this show on YouTube. 272 checking out the program right now, but barely any of them on that platform. Whew. Papa Shab says, that's not a fucking answer. That was fucking dumb. You just want to fuck her. I don't want to fuck AOC. I don't. I don't want to fuck AOC. She is my age. I think we're exactly the same age. But I don't want to fuck AOC. Yankee said she's had some good coaching. There's nothing smart about her. I said smarter than she used to be. It's on a curve here. 09 Canyon says she's taking white dick, isn't she? Maybe she's learning through osmosis. Holy shit, that's really racist. It's very, very racist. She would be the hottest president we've ever had if she did win. Right? I mean, it's got to count for something. She's the smartest one that we've ever had. Uh-oh. We got quartering gossip. The quartering has allegedly shown his unsleeved media channel report history as evidence he is innocent. There are 4 they're okay. They're picking apart the fact that he's trying to prove he's not striking all of these channels. Come on. What do you think? Is this like a deep state? Somebody who hates the quartering is striking channels on the quartering's behalf. So then the quartering looks, but this is like a 4D chess move. Is that what we're claiming? Doesn't he have like 9 channels or something like that? Can he don't some of these insecure cunts, don't they accuse John of having that? Like they have striking channels. Alex Stein would be mad at me for playing dumb, but I don't even know how to make myself a second channel. I always kind of thought you had a Google email and you could have 1 channel per email address. I have the Steel Toe channel. That's it. I don't have another YouTube channel. But some of these guys have like a broadcasting channel and a striking channel. That is some petty bitch shit. That's some really petty bitch shit. Bappa Shab says, who's that bull? It's Sky Bull. Pistachio says, Aaron, please, come on, let's be real. I'm not kidding. I don't know how. I don't know. Alex got mad at me when we were at dinner and I told him I didn't know how to buy views. Shut up, Aaron. You're actually making me mad now. Now I do want to box you. That's fucking bullshit. I'm like, I swear to God, I don't know. I told him I've seen the screenshots of like when Ralph had the page up where you go to the website to buy the views. I go, that's all I've seen. Oh, Aaron, shut up. You know, I'm like, I don't. I still don't think he believes me either. Rob says, oh, fuck, when you said unsleeved, I thought you were going to say penis. No, not unsleeved penis. That would be deeply, deeply troubling. Sam Show says it's like VIP viewers or some shit. Oh, is that the one they accuse him of? Pistachio says, seriously, man, word around town is that you backed out. Backed out of what? What'd I back out of? Fuck you, Pistachio. I don't back out of shit. I'll fuck you. No. Backed out of the dinner? Why would I back out of dinner with the lovely and talented Alex Stein? I would never do such a thing. We could open up our next couple of stories here, or we have 8 minutes. We could just fuck around. Oh, you know what? Mike Vrabel. This is going to be nuts. This is already getting old. Mike Vrabel, the Patriots coach, got off the plane. He's walking through the airport. He's ready to rejoin the Patriots. He's ready to rejoin his team, which, by the way, they gave him a standing ovation, apparently. Like, he got back to the Patriots organization, and they all applauded for him. You know what? I got to hand feminist this one. They are absolutely right about this Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini thing, because the woman in this case, they're both married and fucked around. The woman had to quit her job as a journalist for the NFL, and the guy is going to get to go right back to coaching, just right back to running the Patriots and the whole deal. I mean, there is a double standard here, big time. But this is Vrabel arriving at the airport, and people were saying like, "Oh, this is cheap. How dare TMZ do this?" And it's like, what? Come on, what's TMZ going to talk to Mike Vrabel about? The Patriots blitz schemes this year, how they did in the draft. They're a gossip site. He's one of the biggest gossip stories out there.
Mr. Vrabel, how are you, sir? Hey, good. How are you? Good.
Terrible. I'm fucking dog shit. If you want to know the truth about it. My wife is constantly giving me shit because I've been hooking up behind her back. I might have fathered one of Diana Rossini's kids. That's an interesting one. So in 2022, Mike Vrabel was the head coach of the Titans. And it's all but confirmed that they were fucking each other back then. She was getting all kinds of tip-offs and all kinds of backstage gossip about the Titans before anyone else was. Her and Mike Vrabel, she was on a road trip with the Titans covering them in 2022. 40 weeks later, she had a baby. And there are people who want Vrabel to take a paternity test. If I were Diana Rossini's husband, I'd want him I'd want her to take a paternity test to find out if maybe he fathered her child. So this thing might not be over yet.
Very good. How are you holding up, man? Look, listen, there's just a lot of talk that, that there's just a little bit of a double standard here. And I just wanted your take on that. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate you.
You're powering through?
Are you doing all right? Oh, yeah, never been better. I mean, it just feels fucking great that I can't go anywhere without being reminded of my dirty dick antics.
Are you and your wife hoping to work it out, Mr. Vrabel?
It's none of your business, bro, in all honesty.
Look,
but
I'm
that's
just
his job.
got to say, there's some talk that maybe you should step down. It's a distraction to the Patriots. I wanted your opinion on that, sir.
You know what's really unfair about this is Mike Vrabel was a Pro Bowl linebacker for the Patriots. And now he's an NFL coach. So the law of the jungle is Mike Vrabel gets to tear this little fucker's arms off and beat him to death with them. But he can't because we live in a civilized society. We don't live in the jungle. But like all Mike Vrabel wants to do, he's like, you know what would solve this problem I'm currently having? Is just wrecking this little fucker. But I can't. I can fuck Diana Rossini and keep my job. I can't beat up the Jewish kid from TMZ or I'll get fired.
What does accountability look like for you at this point, sir?
Kick him in the nuts, Mike. Kick him in the nuts.
Coach of the Patriots. Big distraction here. Sir, is there any comment?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's not going to give you an answer.
At all? Sir, do you have the support of the Patriots? Full support? Any comment, anything to say to Patriot Nation at all?
Sky U Mob, row the boat, go Gophers. Fuck, wrong team.
All right, good luck.
For some reason, like everything on paper makes me want to hate this kid, but I like him. He is completely no-selling the fact that Mike Vrabel wants to murder him, and he's just asking his questions. And then at the end, all right, good luck. Good luck, Mike. Wish you the best. Unreal. 09 Canyon says, don't do it publicly if they do a paternity test. That's going to fuck up the kid's life if it's public. Yeah, but it's going to get out there, right? It's going to get out there. Rob says, I'm kind of digging old Mike over there. I mean, look, he's treading water. He's staying alive. Bapashab says, backed out of having hair follicles. Oh, did they try to test him and he said no? Ooh, that's a bad look. They know then. They know. MSO says, I don't know, Aaron, with all those Somalis, you may live in the jungle. Oh no, we're talking west side and east side. It's completely, I'm insulated, as it were. All right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. Awesome show. Awesome work. Thank you so much. Of course, you made up for the morning show fuckers again. Thank you for that. Take it easy. Have a great rest of your night. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. with Oz. Why don't we raid? Who says I raid? That witness, if you call him that, is a Saracen. He lies. Who's Tom Lapley? We're going to watch Tom Lapley. That's who you're going to. I have no idea who this guy is, but he's a guy named Tom, and that's who we're raiding. Enjoy. Thank you guys so much for a fantastic show again tonight. We're going to hit that 700 memberships tomorrow morning. So you take it easy. Either go to bed, enjoy some great content, watch some basketball, have a good night.